toward his back foot. He's getting full extension, full range. There you go. Not bad, Esau. Stop. Not bad for a sissy. But this seems so simple.
That's good. Hey, hold on. What's that? That Dr. Pell? That's that Dr. Pell.
Oh God, there, now that man's like, oh, go on, what's going on? What you telling me? Yeah, man, it's chop in this bitch, yo. So what's going on, man? I did just get a recording from the Telegraph, yeah. Big up Debs, first like #1 and all that, yeah. Big up everyone in the place, silent listeners, slap the like button. Yeah, real G's, type your name in the chat and slap the like and all that. So, yo, yeah, obviously this one's like not really a comedy one, man. But like, so there's a report of a young man who has been able to purchase a legal firearm. He's killed his own mother, his brother and his sister, and planned to do a school massacre, but was obviously apprehended before that happened. So it's crazy still, man. God damn, man. But this incel thing's getting serious, cuz, man. I think it might have to be. Yeah. I think this incel thing is on a rise. And like, see, like, a lot of things that's happening is these people that are going out to do these killings or whatever. One thing that seems to be similar is that these men are inside on mad websites, end up getting locked into mad communities where the people them are encouraging or watching videos, crazy violence. It's mad. Yo, what? Like, listen, yeah, I don't think that there is a situation or a scenario that I could think where it's okay to kill my own mother, man. Like, let alone your brother and sister. Like, even if you hate your parents, usually one of the siblings that's you might be close to in them scenarios there, right? Like, it's never all in it, like. But it can be back then. I don't know, man. This is just a mad case, isn't it? Yeah, so that's where that adolescence program, what's been happening lately with all these crazy murders, just like, it seems like this incel thing are the new fucking terrorists, bruv. Yeah, fam, because they're just going out doing crazy stuff like, yo, from your mum's not safe inside her house with her son, then mad. Hear me? From your mum's not in safe the house with the son, then boy, we're in different times right now. You could think of that being the most heinous crime, yeah, or whatever. But there's so many crimes that's happened lately, or in the last 10, 15 years or whatever, that, yo, things are just getting worse and worse, crazier and crazier. And, yo, yeah, honor killing. Man ain't usually killing their mum in honor killings, though, man. Yeah? A son to kill their mum is a mad crime, innit? Yeah, that's funny though, right? That these men want to do this thing and say, another one in your community. That's disgusting for even say that, because like the youth has killed his mum, his brother, his sister, And I was like, oh, should I have one for your community? That's so weird because he's point scoring on people's deaths. Come on, man, that's scumbag. There's a time for trolling and a time for like, yo, in the serious conversations, you gotta put the shit to the side and the silly shit. Like, come on. The man killed he's obviously got extreme mental health conditions. Like, there's no way that any sane person is thinking about killing their parents like that. Yeah? I remember that happened. There's a young lady that killed their parents, spent off all the money on gambling debts, going on holiday, this, that, and the other, shopping. When the police come and arrested them, she was talking to them like it's normal. Yeah, I'll tell you what I did with the body. The one body's upstairs, so and so, so and so, so. Brother, trying to direct it in one direction, yeah, when mental health and these sort of crazy scenarios are far but few between, but not. It's not down to what race you are or even what culture you are or whatever. Yeah, something's broken for something like that to happen. Yeah, we're gonna watch the video still, yeah, so we can see. Obviously, not the video of the M, but we're gonna see like the news report. Yeah. So, alright, let's play.
Something today's trial in court. Anything you do say, you may be given an evidence. What road are we on? Birmingham Road. 46 priority. Birmingham Road, I think we've got the offender.
It's not murder.
Yes, we've got a male here. He's presented himself to us. Can we just get another unit down here, please?
I don't know why, yeah, but when they arrested him, he keeps saying it's not murder, it's not murder. Like, you gotta read the subtitles as well, yeah, because, you know, true, I'm driving, I'm not really going to be able to read them out properly, innit? Like, gives a little bit more answers to this scenario and that.
Just before you start, Velly, I've got a new. I'm all right. Are you all right? You had a good day.
Yeah, all good, bro. All good,
No
all
worries.
good.
I've got a new one for you.
Go on.
Femcells.
Femcells.
The female equivalent.
Oh,
I think it's a ticking time bomb. I'm interested
this
though.
Incel thing is serious though, man. These the loner brothers that's just getting locked away or locking themselves away in the room and getting into these mad communities where are surrounded by other people perpetuating.
Well, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, this very topic. So I know what an incel is, and I can understand some of the attacks are linked to, because they've thrown a lot of other things, ailments in there, not the involuntary celibate ones, the autism card, and a lot of these things that add up to somebody living a recluse lifestyle. Right, but I'm specifically interested in that. What do you think's making these incels? What combination of lifestyle factors? What adds up to make one of these? Because I don't believe somebody that is a little bit of an introvert, no names being mentioned, plays a little bit too many video games, no names being automatically becomes a hater of women and wants to carry out. It's got to be a multitude of things. So I do think I understand the autism aspect, why that's been thrown in there, because it's like socially inept, lacking maybe.
I thought it was me for a second. But he did cut out still. But yo, I'm not even 100% sure. Yeah. And I'm not even sure if I've got an idea of what it is that's making these incel guys go in these mad directions and that. Yo, can't walk on, cuz. You got
Oh, go on, cuzzy. No, why?
Just stopped it. No, we had a little echo, but still, but it's gone. It's gone now.
It's these shit headphones,
But
man.
yeah,
I'm so gutted I fucking bought them. But go on, what was you saying?
yeah, I'm not too sure what it is that's making these incels take the direction that they're taking, because with these, especially the femicide, the attacking, the man killed his own mum to pussy clot. Are you mad? His brother and sister too. He stabbed his little brother, his little sister, over 100 times.
Sorry, my phone started ringing. Go on. Yeah, so really briefly, I'll finish off because I'm going on a bit. But yeah, so it must be many things that add up into these incels' life. And I just also think when you've got that, you've also probably got some bullying aspect at school. And I think it's a breaking point. To say like it's autism is absolutely fucking ridiculous. To say it's somebody that struggles getting a bird is fucking ridiculous. And this is where I think this incel word's dangerous. It's an accumulation of lifestyle factors, probably everything. Socially inept, ugly, bullying, and it's a snapping point.
They're saying, you know what it is, yeah? It's the people that are taking the extremes of things like these red pill messages and blah blah.
Yeah.
So the extreme side of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like
so
Andrew Tate might say something dumb. 90% of the people ain't gonna do the dumb shit that he's saying, but might fucking laugh or whatever. But there's gonna be some fucking little nutcase that's gonna act in a certain way and thinking that, yeah, well, so and so said it's okay, or this one said it's okay, or that one said, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah, I reckon there's some markers there as well. So I reckon you've definitely got low empathy. I reckon there's definitely something genetic that puts you at a predisposition where you're more prone to getting these ailments that might make you flip your lid, right? 100%. But interesting point in that red pill shit. Right, so this manosphere shit, YouTube is riddled. And now every couple of weeks, I clear my YouTube watch history because all of a sudden, I can only do about 2 weeks and I start getting so much fucking shit recommended that ain't up my street. I might watch summer. And then by end of 2 weeks, you just get bombarded. So about 4 weeks ago, this were building up. Must have watched their video, and then all of a sudden you get it put into your algorithm, manosphere, and for about 2 days I got this fucking manosphere shit. And by the end of that like 48-hour period, I had literally everything upward. Right, so I watched a few of these fucking they are toxic as fuck. Right, they are honestly, they're fucking dangerous, and they're also like, so they might like AI narrate over the top of it, and it might be some sort of like Socrates quotes about what makes a strong man, and in these fucking quotes they're spieling off, it's like, make her fucking big, ignore at this point, cut off her, and it's fucking twisted, right? And the reason why I'm glad you've mentioned this is that manosphere shit. So when you've got all those like everything we've listed before, and they're locking them in these bedrooms, and it's not necessarily what I'm saying is the people are meeting online. It's this fucking social media guff that's going into the fucking feed, stuff like that. That's also
far right
playing a big part in it.
Far right saved Banksy from the manosphere. From the manosphere. I was he would be a lunatic like that, but now he's just like a far right lunatic instead.
Yeah, but he gets like birds to be fair.
Tater.
He gets birds like to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
But we're on about incels, not necessarily far right. Now, if you're a far right incel, that's a double whammer. Interestingly, the reason why I definitely I'll cut the bullshit. I definitely touched on the manosphere. I had multiple sort of birds, one stone, multiple birds. Triller's a fucking prime watcher of these manosphere shit videos. He's said many times, and some of the rhetoric, and when I was trolling him on Bleeding Arts a few months back, I swear down the reason one of the things I threw at him was, this is how I fucking knew. Some of the fucking spiel and shit he comes out with when he's talking about they like to test me because you got to let them know. A lot of the fucking shit he comes out with is on those manosphere fucking videos. Not necessarily word for word. And I know he's watching a lot of that fucking shit. I know for a fucking fact. Anyway, slightly off the beaten track.
Yeah, man.
there.
You know what it is, yeah? I think maybe, like Nico's saying, yeah? You see, like, the incel... We're using the incel word as a wider branch word, as, like, say, someone that's, like... locked in their room all the time, stuck in watching like violent videos or just just videos that are anti-whatever and radicalizing themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Them sort of guys, unsociable, not communicating. Maybe the parents and the brothers or whatever keep asking what's wrong and why. Like, it's not the same sort of, it seems like man's got some of the same sort of patterns as that actual Ruda Cabana kind of guy. Because
I know
the same sort of thing, right? He was watching a lot of stuff and all that. One time he tried to get in the cab because his dad was there. His dad come out and made him jump out the cab or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the same sort of thing with this one, right? He had the shotgun or whatever. His mum tried to fight with him to get the shotgun off him, and he shot his mum's head off.
I know, but my opinion, Billy, is to get somebody to that level, or like there's loads in like Nicholas Cruz style, the Ruda Cabana, whatever his name is. Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. This must go on for years in their life before it gets to them to that point. It must do, and I'm not sympathising with them. I'm saying fucking hell, but there must be certain so there's definitely failures around them. That's not got them caught them sooner. The Ruda Cabana stuff into a taxi to a school. It's like, hello, why is that not being picked on? The Nicholas Cruz thing, the bullying must have gone through. And I'm not saying when they've done it, it's bad, but you've got to fucking think it must be years of fucking abuse that's got them to that level. Years. And like I said, I'm not just buying it's one thing that you're ugly, you're shit with birds, or you're socially inept. It's a multiple things in the life that gets them that. It'll be bullying, it'll be fucking all sorts. But anyway, yeah.
See, look, on this here, yeah. So let me read it while I can, because I pulled up a little bit, yeah, like I'm in traffic here. So it says, where we've paused the video, it says CCTV footage capture Prosper buys a gun the day before he killed his family. So so obviously he's not like stupid, because he was able to create a fake enough gun license.
Yeah, the firearms. Yeah,
to fool someone to buy. Yeah, to fool someone to buy a legal firearm off them.
Yeah, he did.
So,
he did.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a thick one. It can be quite fucking clever as well.
I know, but I'm saying it's a thin line between this crazy and this genius. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Go on. Where are you wanting to go with it? Because I feel like you've already got. Have you got a path you want to take this down?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out, like, what direction, how would you, if it was your child in this sort of scenario, or you could sort of see this happening, or these sort of things happening to your child is taking more influence from people online, on the internet, and all them stuff, or whatever. What steps can you take to try to rein them back in it, to try to bring them back to reality and realize that what's important and what's not?
Fuck knows, buy him a prostitute. Sorry, I'm just being fucking ridiculous. Well, we're talking about incels.
Yeah, how he was able to buy the legal gun with a fake license, because he made a good enough copy that the person who was selling it to him was able to be convinced that the person that they were selling it to was the person on the license. So he would have just changed. Know.
Do you ask them why they're so fucking useless?
The police never charged him. The police never charged him with. The police never charged the person that sold him the gun with selling the firearms to the guy with fake
license.
Can I be honest with you, Bella?
Yeah, with a fake license.
Your title specifically mentions incels, but I think this is a little bit politically, maybe racially charged. I think you want to take this down the more far right route, but I'm not sure where you're wanting to go with this, because I'm under the illusion we're talking about incels here.
No, I'm saying it's the incel thing, yeah, or the loner. It's the loner, the radicalized, that's radicalized inside, that sort of might be a bit awkward in real life, or whatever, but it's good talking on these forums
with the past record, with the past record of these people who've actually carried out the attacks. They're saying that there's what they call an intersection. So they have Christian, far right, and incel ideologies all combined into one that's radicalizing them into doing something about their belief.
Are we talking about incels or far right incels?
No, what is these people that are carrying out?
Don't mean he's targeting.
You can't just pin it. You can't just pin it to
I'm
one
not sure
thing.
you can far right this
You
guy
can't
though.
just
Like
pin
he's
it to
like a
one
mixed
thing.
race guy. He killed his mum, he killed his brother and sister, and he was about to go and do a school massacre, but they caught him before he could carry that out.
And
Yeah.
really, to all the
So
incels,
what's the far right side of
Don't
that?
start your checkmate shit, right? Change it fucking up.
to all the incels, just get on a dating app. It's a woman out there for you. Don't go on a killing spree. That's never the solution. Actually, you're making your life worse. Really, you're gonna be in jail, and you're probably
Mulatto,
gonna
what are
get
the
extorted.
hallmarks are you looking for?
And you see that this Mick wants
You ain't never
attention.
been a pussy.
Really, I don't know why this
Character,
Mick
Like, get
wants
killed,
attention.
or you're
hallmarks.
gonna get in jail for
Uh,
a lifetime.
Well, that's a racist thing to call someone a Mick, you know.
yeah, this Mick wants attention from me. I don't know
No,
what
that's
it is.
racist. That's
No, Mulatto,
racist.
I'm
We
But
just
can't have
simply
that. We can't have
saying,
that.
how
We
But
can't
many
be
of the
let's
calling
stick to
people
the
hallmark
Micks,
topic,
traits
bro.
bro.
for a
Let's stick to
school
the
shooter
topic.
do you think? How many of the hallmark traits of a school shooter do you think you sort of can checkbox in yourself? Spends too much time online, trolls, low empathy, talks shit, high functioning autistic. I think me and you are getting close, but I can't get hold of a gun. You can. How dangerous are you? How much of a risk do you pose? Interestingly, why are you using your schools like shooting ranges in America? Do you think we could potentially be about 15 years behind your lot, Mulatto?
And it's mostly whites shooting up the schools in
If these
America. So
people remind me of
you
anyone
have to
that's
answer that.
online, yeah, if I be honest, yeah, even though you know I don't really like the youth and I've never rated the youth, but Esau's the closest person to one of these characters that I could sort of think of.
Nah, bro. Esau's
That's
at home with his
online
dildo
right
fucking
now that we
himself.
spoke to.
Well, I mean,
Esau's at home with his dildo, bro. He ain't got time for a school shooting.
but this is a serious discussion, really, to the incels listening. There is a woman out there for you. Also, seek counseling and eat some psilocybin mushrooms. It'll cure your urge to commit violent acts. Really.
I'd like to add a really good lifestyle point to Mulatto. Seed retention, boys. If you want that extra pep in confidence, testosterone, motivational drive, confidence, less irritability, don't go shooting the steroidal T level shit in you. That level of synthetic T level all at once will make you a very angry man. Let your body normalize to that level of testosterone, seed retention. I'd just like to add that to Mulato's lifestyle benefits. Thank you. Right, Veli, Can, I'm going to wish you a good evening. I will mostly be lurking, but I'll catch you later, boys.
Good evening.
Mulatto, I don't
Good
think
All
you're
right,
evening.
right. I
Mick.
think you're a
The
cunt.
Yorkshire Scholar.
I'll see you later, Mick.
The Yorkshire Scholar. Yeah, man. So yeah, this incel
Right.
thing's
Now that
real, cuz, and you know, it's
it
mad
is.
still,
Yeah,
cuz.
It
Like,
is.
yeah.
And
still, and they like,
really, that's why I try to give suggestions on how to minimize it, because it's all psychological. If there's a man out there that feels like there's no other woman for him, literally, you could just get on a dating app. There are women that really have a lot of the emotional weaknesses that you have, and you can help build each other up. Don't go shoot up a school. Don't
Yeah,
go,
but I,
you know.
hey,
I think there's
Mulatto,
there's
what you got to
the
think
worry
about, yeah,
that
is
those
that you
dating
got
app
to think about the
girls ain't
youth
the
who feel
ones.
like everything's not working. How would you track this youth back? Your son, for instance, yeah, not your real son, yeah, but hypothetical son is trying to do all this stuff to be social and so, and you can see him going down a dark path where it looks like things are getting a bit strange for him. Like, what footsteps can you take to try and direct your son, your daughter, in another direction apart from down even
And, I, and
darker
I,
path
I actually, I'm
than they're
glad you
headed?
asked that. I'm actually glad you asked that, because I think a lot of the incel movement can be traced to a fail in parenting. Now, if it was me, God forbid, but if I had children that I seen going down a dark, destructive path, I would have to really, and I mean what I'm about to say, you have to ask your children what their interests are, and help nurture their interests and help them get involved in the things that they are truly interested in, that'll make them productive citizens in society. Or in other words, if your child is interested in chess, put them in a chess club. If they are interested in fucking boxing or
No, but they've gone
football,
past that, bro. It's gone past that stage. Because, like, alright, there's a new documentary on Netflix, Adolescence or whatever, And it's like, this kid's just sort of radicalized himself by just watching too much wild stuff online, interacting with online people that are too advanced for him, innit? Like, so they're putting ideas into his head which he can't logically get himself.
Well, I'll say this.
You can't process it.
And what I'm saying may be controversial, but I mean what I'm about to say. If my child is over the age of 18, I'm gonna introduce them to not only cannabis but also psilocybin mushrooms. Really, anyone listening, if you ever took psilocybin mushrooms, or even if you haven't taken psilocybin mushrooms, just look up the medicinal benefits of it. It helps cure anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, thoughts of uselessness. Really, I mean, that's what I would do. I'm being honest with you. If I had a son that was headed down a dark path, I would introduce him. And when I say my son, I'm talking about a son that's over 18, of course. I would introduce him to psilocybin mushrooms. I mean that. I mean literally. Actually, I would say this. Now, I was never headed down a dark, destructive path, but I will say it was a lot of things that I was angry about in life, and taking psilocybin mushrooms has literally changed me. I mean, I don't even know if you know this on this panel. I've never been triggered to anger. Like, I never come up here. I'm never angry.
What? Oh my God.
When have I ever been angry?
What's he saying, bro?
Oh my God, you've called me a million dumb N-words and all that.
Name a time.
Like, if that's not...
Name a time I was angry.
Yeah, what do you mean? As soon as...
Name a time.
Yo, all right. Okay, no, don't worry. You haven't been triggered. Yeah, okay. You've never been...
No, I never said trigger. I said it's never a time I'm up here angry. And that's the point I'm making. Literally. These psilocybin mushrooms, and I don't want to keep repeating the same thing.
Triggers, isn't it?
Go ahead, make your point. I'm listening, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. Carry on.
And I don't want to keep repeating the same thing about psilocybin mushrooms, but anyone listening, if you have issues with depression or suicidal thoughts, or even if you feel like you lack a direction in life, take some psilocybin mushrooms, of course, if you are of age. Take psilocybin mushrooms and see how it changes your life. If it don't, then never take them again. But even if you have an issue with substance abuse, alcoholism, opiate abuse, fucking cocaine abuse, take some psilocybin mushrooms. You will never have a drug dependency again in your life.
Really, yeah. The people that we're this sort of the people would be targeting wouldn't be over 18 in it, because a lot of these guys that have coming up in these sort of cases look like they're just about 18. They've just turned 18, or they're under 18, or they're coming up to 18.
Well, actually, I beg to differ, Valley. And when I say this, I'm serious.
Nah, well, in the UK cases that we're seeing that's coming up lately, a lot of these, like with this, I don't know how old this guy is, but he doesn't look like he's over 25. Yeah, he looks like he's just left school or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like. Mm-hmm.
But literally, I mean, and then
is have secondary school age.
And also I have to say this: the sad thing about it, certain people can't be saved. I mean, no matter how hard we try, no matter how many different tactics we utilize, certain people cannot be saved, and we have to protect ourselves from those people that cannot be saved. But you know,
I'll say to start off with the normal protections of just being able to make sure that your children are just locked in rooms, going through crazy websites and all that sort of stuff. Like, look through their shit when they're not there as well. Like, because obviously, the man them are smart on technology, right? So they'll be able to have like hidden tabs that you thought they never, that they'll always pull up or put down when you're in the room or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They might have access to different websites or look at their search history and all that sort of stuff there. And just basically, just literally, I don't know, man. You just have to just don't let them get taken over by someone that's not inside your house, innit? Because this is like, seems like what's happening. People are losing their children to online losers, mad people. Fucking, they could be anywhere. Do you know how much fucking nonsense get caught trying to groom people on fucking Roblox every day? Let alone, that's a fucking children's gaming place. Like, there shouldn't be no adults on there at all. It should just only be children, because it's literally for children just to play with. and all that. Minecraft and all them sort of places there. You get me? So,
And let me ask you
still.
all this: how big of a part do you all believe the video games play in these mass shootings and mass acts of
No,
violence
I
in
don't really
society?
think it's that. I don't really think it's that at
You don't.
all.
Well, I'll
I
say this:
I
in
think,
the
think it has a
U.S.,
small
ironically,
part to play. I
between
think it's
you
got a
and
small part to
Muckers,
play.
I think you've covered most of the important points. Like Muckers said, this online things that kind of like get people in this little bubble where they're surrounded by the same nonsense that they're looking for, and it becomes like a self-perpetuating thing where they just get roped into this belief that there's other people out there like them in it, and they just like become radicalized. Like online radicalization is a product of like online in general because the algorithms, the way they've set it up, is designed to give you more of the stuff that you're looking for. So you have always got a danger of, no matter what you're looking at, to get radicalized online. And I think
and
that,
well,
like
let me say this: in
ironically,
the
Veli's had three of the nuttiest people on the panel, me, you, and Muckers. And we've all given, well, I ain't given my bit yet, but if my bit would be diet and exercise, get your kids into the gym, get them into health and fitness, get them into positive ideas about themselves and about self-improvement. Obviously, what you said is important as well, thing, my lato, and what Marcus said as
And get
well.
them to pick
Like
up
we've all
career
covered all the good
directions.
points, really.
Even think about
let
little
me bring this up
businesses
though.
that you could, but you could listen. You might even be able to start up a little fucking business with your youth doing something on the side or whatever, knowing that it might not even take off or whatever. But you could just get his mind concentrating, and it might take
Exactly.
off or whatever. Like just
Exactly.
getting his mind concentrating on what it takes to actually fucking make it outside when you're fucking outside by yourself, innit? Because one day
And
you will be standing on your own 2 feet, especially if
exactly.
you're a man, innit? It's like,
And the reason I
I don't
brought
know,
up
there
the
ain't no
video
man coming to
games,
take care of no dudes out here.
and the reason I brought up the video games, and this might not be as applicable in the UK, I understand that, but in the US, a lot of these mass shooters, they were fans of the game Call of Duty. This is a fact. A lot of them were learning about guns and ammunition because of the game Call of Duty. So we cannot ignore that the video games also play a part in these mass shootings. Now I understand y'all in the UK, so it's not, guns are not as accessible. So as a result, it's not as many mass shootings. But well, I ask you all
But
this.
like you just see there, right? Right on the
Uh,
screen right here is a guy that's got a fake gun license, a teenager that's forged a gun license to buy a legal firearm.
exactly. That's my point. Was this in the
So,
US or the UK? This had to be in the US.
No,
now
it's
this is
here in the
UK.
UK. You
UK.
can get
Oh, the UK?
I keep
you can
telling
get
you
a
that. Yeah,
shotgun.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
get a shotgun in the
You can
UK,
buy
but
guns in the UK, man. I've
it's
been trying to tell
for
you guys that, innit? But
hunting
you don't
purposes.
really understand what we're saying, innit? It's handguns are banned. Fight,
Oh,
you can
what
have a
about
legal
assault
shotgun.
rifles?
Yeah, there's no assault rifles.
Yes, assault rifles
Oh,
are
so you could basically just get, you got like an
A
equivalent to
sawn-off.
what
You
we
could have a
call
sawn-off.
a hunting rifle.
Yeah,
Essentially.
no, a double barrel shotgun, and you just cut it down to make it a sawn-off.
Okay,
But if
okay.
you get caught with it as a sawn-off, you're going straight to prison.
Of course, of course. And
Yeah.
how big of a part do you think the drill music plays in these acts of violence?
But in the knife crimes, it's prolific.
now. I think, me personally, yeah. I think personally, the music is a reflection of the stuff that's happening. People keep telling stories about stuff that's happening, rather than the music is telling people to carry out stuff that they're carrying out. Although
But I think it's both.
people can
I think
take
it's
it
both
as
though, Valley.
encouragement. People can take it as encouragement to carry out these things or whatever. Like my personal opinion, music about violence and so on, so especially if it's like say air quote street music or whatever, is more someone is self-snitching on crimes that have previously been committed, rather than telling people to go and commit those crimes.
Well, no, I think it's both because, and I can only speak about the U.S. Well, I can speak about Puerto Rico as well. In the U.S., you have suburbs, middle class suburbs, upper middle class suburbs, where they are shootings at malls. Matter of fact, anyone listening,
Mm.
I think I told you all, I'm from Howard County, Maryland, Columbia, Maryland. There have been And if I'm wrong, someone correct me in the chat. There have been literally 5 killings at Columbia Mall within the last 6 months. And this is a suburban area. And when I was growing up, gun crime, murder was, I mean, it happened, but it was damn near non-existent. I mean, it was minimal. I put it that level. But after the drill music came out and the terminology of ops, I cannot deny the fact that a lot more shootings, a lot more killings is taking place in these suburban areas, not just mine, but throughout the entirety of the U.S. So I mean, I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah. I do feel like there is a knock-on effect as well of like what Game put in the chat, where people are taking it to the next level so they can be known for so and so, and then end up making a record about whatever they've done and all that. Like even one youth from Greenwich, same thing. He was done on a obviously he didn't actually try to kill the youth, innit? Yeah, but he got done for a murder. Yeah, I'll explain that. That's a whole different story anyway. But he got done for a murder. He went to jail, come out, done a record, done a music video. The music video and the record started blowing up, and then got recalled because obviously he's rapping about the M, innit? Like he was talking like he, yeah, me. So
I mean, well, just look at it this way: if it wasn't for gangster rap music, these American street gangs would not have spread to Canada and the UK, whereas though you got Bloods and Crips and shit in goddamn foreign countries. That's a direct result
yeah,
of the
but the
music.
violence still would have been there, innit? So it would have been something else that replaces the violence.
But we don't know
like,
though. That's the thing.
Crime,
Like we
in
have to
poverty areas,
speculate.
in places where things are unequal or whatever, you see like violent crime and them sort of things are at a higher number than in the like you were saying in the middle class suburbs. There used to be minimal shootings and all that, innit? But it's like I don't know what's changed now, where it seems like it's spreading out. Like even over here, you hear people that come from nice areas, and there's some and so's happen there, and you're like, "Raw, that don't usually happen in them sort of areas. That usually happens in blah blah." And it's I don't know what it is. That's why it's spreading so far and wide now. Everyone's a driller. Listen, I was in some posh ends, yeah. I mean, posh ends. I went to a fucking shop here. The youths had fucking, the youths on the ends here. They all have 2 tracksuit bottoms. One tracksuit up high, and then the other tracksuit down low, like some low batty tracksuit. Yeah. Pause. Anyway, yeah. So fucking, I see the youths stand there bopping, talking like they was the man them and that, yeah. And then one of their mum come round the corner, yeah, and they all started speaking posh quickly. When the fucking mum went round the corner back to the rude boy talk. So I'm like, cuts, this thing's mad.
And let me ask you all this. Now I heard in France, the most dangerous areas are outside the city in the suburbs. Is it like that in the UK, or the highest crime is within the city?
It's usually within the city, within the
Okay.
working class city areas. The crime is usually in the places where there's lack of jobs and low
But you still
education,
got.
poor education, and sort of stuff like
But
that.
do you all still have? And excuse the expression, but do you all still have ghetto suburbs in the UK?
Not suburbs, nah. Urban areas.
Yeah, we will call them like working class or council estate areas. Basically, yeah, there was something similar to what happened to the redlining in America, yeah, where there was council tenants that were seen as air quotes problem tenants that
Yeah,
were moved and filtered into certain areas. So
exactly.
that area has become or has got worse crime rates because they're just filtering the air quotes problem people or families or a lot of problem people and families into those areas. Not meaning everyone in the area is a problem person or family, but that's sort of what's happening. And I can't remember what the exact term is yet, but if you look out for the different bills, government bills, and freedom of information requests, yeah, you'll actually be able to see of how that happened and then how certain areas have become from council areas, even in Greenwich. Yeah, there's areas that used to have loads of council houses in Greenwich where everyone got right to buy on their road, and now it's basically a middle class road now. you know what I'm saying?
This is the last question
Then
because I don't want to bombard y'all with questions, but I give you an example in the States. Like you got certain projects that was tore down and they pushed the tenants goddamn 2 hours, an hour and a half outside the city. What's the relocation distance within the UK on average?
No,
it
they're
depends,
not
in it.
doing
Like
that.
again,
They're
for
not doing that in
in that
England,
same
mulatto.
scenario, you can get people that have been moved from London to the Midlands and sort of stuff like that still. So
What's the distance on that though? Like how far? And I know you don't deal
yeah,
with
that's the
miles.
same thing. That's like 2 hours away.
Okay, all right.
But
So it's
it's
basically the
two
same
hours
thing.
here.
Could be
2 hours
longer if
here
you
is
put
one
fault in
third of
traffic.
the country. It's one like you can go coast to coast in 10 hours in this country.
Mm.
So 2 hours is quite
Yeah, you
far.
gotta remember, yeah, England is probably about is smaller than certain states in America. The whole
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Even New England, I'd say, is bigger than England.
Well, for sure, I've heard that California was bigger than the whole UK, so it doesn't
Yeah.
surprise
It's
me
about
that.
right. It's about right.
Probably.
See what it is, mulatto, in this country, yeah, what we call
Well, it's
Middle
council
England,
estates, isn't it? That
what
that
we call Middle England is predominantly white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, and they keep it that way. They try to keep the immigrants and the foreigners and the Muslims and the black people in the cities, so London, Manchester, whatever, yeah. So black people that have been here for quite a while, they've ventured out to places like, Luton and Hitchin,
everyone's ventured
Hitchin,
out
and
now, can't. It's a little
yeah,
bit
like
different here because it's happened.
no, but I'm
It
saying because you
happens
lot
in
were here
South as well.
first, you moved out first, didn't it? Like there was a lot of
Nah, yeah,
hardworking black people that bought
people
their
moved up.
houses and
People have moved from. Hey, listen, God, people have moved from places like, um, say places like fucking Greenwich to Gravesend to Maidstone, Chatham, even further, flipping near Dover and all them Folkestone and all that, yeah. Because when they sold their house on the ends, the house that they was able to buy on them ends came with a lot of land in it and a lot of space. So
so they
have to be traded up
upgraded.
still. And one of my good friends is
Yeah,
traded up still, man. Yeah,
yeah.
fuck that, I'm out, man. Yeah.
But that happens like every
And what they did
generation.
as
That
well,
doesn't
they
happen.
both got
That
they
doesn't
both got
happen
wages,
consistently though,
their same
Belly.
equivalent. They
It's not
both
happening
got wages the same
consistently.
equivalent. Sorry, they got wages that for the same equivalent that they was receiving on the ends, on them ends. So
Yeah.
obviously it means that
So they got
the amount
improving
they're
their lives
earning
and
basically has gone up because the amount
yeah,
that they've got to pay out has gone down.
I get that. But what I'm saying is that
They've got a
doesn't
pay rise
happen
without getting a pay rise.
consistently. It ain't like you can move up the ladder and consistently keep doing that. What is happens in
Nah,
waves. So when the house prices crash, for example,
jeez, man, like
people could take
Marshall, you know.
advantage of that. It's all to do with the house prices and how how the economy is manipulated and the jobs market. Like there's a lot of things riding on it. So when you see people moving, they move in waves, isn't it? It's like if one person moves, you see like 3, 4 people moving at the same time. Like it's not like you're just going to see just one person moving like every now and then. It's like no, you have to wait about 10 years, and then you'll see I don't know 5 people move at once, and there'll be another 10 years, and then you see about 15 people
Big up Marshall.
moving. So
Yeah.
it's just the way how the economy is that dictates that. I don't think it's something where you can go against the tide. You can't swim against the tide on that one. It's not an open field for you to work hard, save hard, knuckle down and think, all right, I'm moving out of London. It's like, nah, you could be in London for 20, 30 years until that opportunity arises to move out.
Well, it depends on your circumstances, right? Like obviously, if you're in a council property on the ends, then you have to have the right from whichever council you're in to be moving to this other council out there. And I know people that's done that as well. And they've left the council's Greenwich Council and gone to whichever council it is in Hastings or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? That's I even know someone that's gone to Battle.
Yeah.
So
Where's that?
they moved from Charlton and went to Battle. You get me?
I don't even know.
No, where they used to they used to live on a place called Nigeria Road. You mean? You don't know about Charlton, cuz. You don't know
Charlton,
about
yeah.
Charlton. There was a place called
Only Charlton
Nigeria
I know
Road.
is Bobby Charlton.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Bumperclot Charlton.
Where is that?
You could
South
have got your
London?
head bust by a fucking so and so in the 80s.
There's a football team in it. Charlton Athletic. Where's that? South. Is it South
Yeah,
London?
Southeast London, yeah, Southeast.
Right. It sounds about
That's
right.
near.
Yeah.
Charlton is in between Greenwich and Woolwich.
Shithole.
What do you mean shithole? You can't afford a house in Charlton
Woolwich.
nowadays. You
Woolwich.
can't afford a house in Woolwich nowadays, bro. Even Woolwich,
Yeah.
bro. This is what I'm trying to say, cuz, yeah. All the places that the man them are calling ghettos and shitholes and so and so, so and so. Even any other hood estates in North London. Most people can't even afford houses in those places now. You couldn't get a mortgage on their house now. You have to be on job, to be getting fucking mortgages in any of them spots now. Like,
that's true.
yeah, it's two people working with savings. We'll have to get approval. It's not just one person.
And then you got to wait for someone to pop their clogs and leave you some money as well.
You know what? Yeah, I know enough people that got a mortgage through their parents. Yeah, big up Gold, cause your camera's on. Turn the camera off here, and I'll add you unless you want it on. But yeah, there's enough people that have. Sorry, what was I saying?
A lot
There's
of
enough
people
people that live in enough of these areas now. Even Jupiter will tell you all the places in Eltham, like places like Middle Park or whatever. Yeah, people will call them ghetto areas or whatever, but to buy a house in them areas ain't cheap though.
I think that's a bit saucy. They don't call it ghetto where I live. I don't think Charlton's bad either. Charlton's not a shithole.
No, I
yeah,
know.
what we looking at?
That's what Khan was saying.
Yeah, no, it's not.
And they saying Woolwich is a shithole, and I'm saying
parts of Woolwich were, but they've decanted people and they've
listen. There's £1 million houses in Woolwich, bruv.
Yeah,
there's £1 million. There's like 800 grand flats in Woolwich right now. So
yeah,
when I went Woolwich last, the whole high street was locked down, bro. There were no shops. Everything was boarded up.
Flats.
Yeah,
all the
because
shops were boarded up.
Fucking plasterboard rules.
Yeah, because they've been rebuilding it, haven't they?
And they've been rebuilding as well. They knocked down a couple of estates. There's an estate that used to be near Woolwich Adventure Playground that they're rebuilding, all council houses as well. There's an estate near.
If anyone knows
HMP.
Fat Joanne, big up Fat Joanne.
Wait. What's you see where Thameside is? Do you know where Belmarsh and Thameside is?
Thameside, no.
Yeah, Belmarsh and Thameside. They're building a whole new estate there.
Yeah, I've seen that. Is that where the Princess Alice was?
Yeah. That's further up. That's opposite Belmarsh. I mean, just before that, they're building a whole new estate on where the McDonald's is, the McDonald's drive-through.
I know where you mean.
And the Plumstead bus garages. Right there. There's a whole new estate getting built right there.
Oh, bloody hell.
I don't know why, but I just hate South London.
See, that's what I keep tell people, guys. Like, listen, if you have got the bread or whatever, try and get your deposits in, man, because places in the hood, in the ghettos, or in the fucking bad areas that people want to call them or whatever, like, they're the next to get gentrified and the prices to rise and go mad. Right. They're building up the connection for public transport. So like they got the Elizabeth line now that runs through fucking from Woolwich to all over the place at Heathrow and shit. Then they're gonna be building other little that loop, that London, that loop line, the little bus line that's gonna go from Abbeywood through Blackwall Tunnel and back round and back to Abbeywood and shit. So, save up if you can. If you can't, try to save up some bread so you can get a spot that's close to the city, on the outskirts.
Biggs is no real need. You can go to the bank and get and purchase and purchase your first home via a bank. You know, if you give them a good forecast of what you're projected to do, and you can kind of like front something for some sort of like see your daily income and stuff, right? You can get a loan from the bank for, I think, for a mortgage.
So my parents' generation,
You don't have to have any money.
brothers and sisters, cousins and so and so, how they all moved. They was able to get spots, then get a next spot, and then if so, get one extra, and then they're just gone now.
You could be someone living in a social. You could be someone living in social housing in debt down into your ears, and you can go and get a loan from the bank and move into the most to £2 million, £1 million property if you want. If you really were like determined, and I think it's something to do with your credit, though. I think you have to somehow.
Hey, listen, I would say the same sort of idea for people that live in places in the north and the northwest and the northeast and all that sort of stuff there, because they're like decentralizing the powers from Westminster to be local mayors starting to delegate and this, that, and the other. So investment will start coming in to those areas, and people will be needing places to live to carry out the work that will be needed to be carried out by whichever industries start to make links within those areas. Like, because there's no way that you can keep growing just fucking London or England, or you can keep growing this financial hub and the rest of the places lagging behind. Like, soon they're gonna have to, like they said, they want to build something like a Silicon Valley between Cambridge and Oxford. Like, and so.
Yeah, but Cambridge is quite cheap to buy houses. I've got a relative just moved there.
What if there's no transport between Cambridge and Oxford right now?
I know, but Cambridge is quite a nice area to live. It's quite cheap to buy houses.
If you buy it, so say someone bought a buy-to-let property there right now, and then they build transport links between Cambridge and Oxford and start to actually make it the Silicon Valley sort of area or whatever, people that are getting paid extremely high wages will start to move to those areas because higher paying jobs will be right there. And then that will be the Monday to Friday houses and so and so.
Not compared to London, it's not
weekend.
It's cheap.
Will be where, like, you see, like Peter Hain, Sir Lord Hain, he's got a week, 2 flats for the middle of the week in London, which he stays at depending on what work he's got to do. And then at the weekend he's just got his massive house in Wales, but the whole family is just at.
Yeah, do you know what they're doing with the affordable rents now, though?
With the
affordable rents, and they're gonna roll it, and they're gonna roll it out gradually. So a lot of the housing stock now is not social housing, or what they would call social housing. It's now called affordable rents, and they're gradually going to take back all the properties onto affordable rents. And with affordable rents, they rise with inflation, and there's no limits. The people in Thamesmead, for example, there's some people that are
basically Sorry, go on. In Thamesmead, for example.
So in Thamesmead, for example, you could have somebody that's got one of the flats on social housing, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, that's paying a decent rent, and then you've got somebody in the same block who's got it under affordable housing, and they're paying 4 times the amount a week. It's disgusting. They're trying to price people out.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they basically made it so. And because a lot of people of the government ilk are landlords and sort of stuff like that, they're not gonna go hard on those guys. It's like fucking shooting your own mates rather than taking from people who we've got no flipping dealings with. These people will just benefit scroungers and so and so. We just make it even harder for them, even though the amount that they're giving people on benefits to live on isn't fucking enough to ready to live on anyway. Like, how much more do you want to take away?
Yeah. Well, instead of telling landlords, capping landlords and making them private landlords and making them sort of like come down a bit. What they've done is they've said they're going to make the social housing come up, because people were moaning that people who had social housing were getting a better deal. And I keep telling people, but I keep telling people that when you complain like that, they're never ever going to drop a level. They're always going to take it up to their advantage, but they never listen. So you actually just close the avenue at all.
Yeah, but the people have to, and you have to make onto the council to be, instead of getting more of the housing association properties, you need more actual council properties and buildings and so, because obviously those are the ones where the actual people just starting out, say new families and so, that's affordable for you when you've got your first job and whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but
they're not worrying about that anymore.
If you're only working class person, depending in it, if you're in certain levels, you know, some people are able to do like what do they call them? Were internships for like 1 year, 2 years or whatever, and they basically just get an allowance off their parents. Their parents are paying their bills for them and giving them money to spend, so they can work for free for 2 years. Not everyone's able to facilitate that for their children, innit? So
yeah, no, but they're not worried about that, Billy. They're not worried about any of that anymore. Seriously, they don't really care if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, be homeless. All of the old system is being taken away because people didn't like the old system. It's mental. Seriously, it's mental. So what they're going to do is they're going to gradually roll it out. They're going to gradually roll it out so that everybody's on affordable rent. But people that have already had contracts that were permanent resident tenants, you know, won't get affected.
Yeah,
but when you die, that house is going to go affordable rent.
Yeah, if you don't have an understanding on how things work, if you don't have an understanding on how things work, then they could just set it so you never ever like can make any sort of changes in it. But right, if there's more people, that is why I started getting a bit more interested in politics or whatever in it, because there was a time when I didn't care about what the government say or do or rah. But I'm like, every time there's a decision made by these people in like number 10 and surrounding House of Lords and blah blah blah, whichever decision it is, whether I have a say in it or not, it has an effect on what I'm trying to do, innit? Like, so you do actually have to be paying attention on which person and which people are in power, who are they actually trying to help, and what direction are they trying to take, and whichever little steps and stones that you can take to at least have a bit more of a say in what the fuck's going on. Like,
oh yeah,
big, yeah, but you don't have any sort of real proper like opportunity to make any impact. But for me, Biggs, it's more of a mental thing where it's just like, I think it's a little bit depressing, like watching it, like listening to it. Like, why,
if you're not trying to be a councillor, obviously you've only got a say in who you're going to elect in it. So have an understanding on who the different people are and what changes they can and can't make. You can see which person you should even try to put across in the ballot box for, if you are going to put a ballot box across in the ballot box for anyone, because they're going to have to explain to you, or at least have laid out the different things that they're going to be trying to get implemented or have implemented to make sure that when they are in power, they are carrying out the stuff that they said they were going to do. Is it actually realistic? Is it stuff that they do actually have the power to even carry out or whatever? Because, like, right now, these MPs can tell us basically anything. They're going to do this, that, and the other, and not do hardly any of the stuff that they're going to do. So
yeah. I think for the struggling person, politics is important, but for someone who's making a little bit of money here, there, and everywhere, they're not going to be watching it. It's not really going to be affecting them.
Because it depends on, it affects on how much tax you pay. Do you get me? It depends on the different, how much customers you're going to have, because like when times are hard, like small businesses or whatever feel the most affected, right? Because people were being bit more tighter with their money, so they won't spend on things unless they have to. In times when living crisis ain't there and rent prices are kind of low, people have more free money to spend on luxury and other bits and pieces what they might want to have. So lifetimes will be better for small businesses and other people that are surrounding those bits and pieces as well.
I think the English, the native, they're a bit more in touch with their politics than, you know, the foreigners. And I think foreigners, people were immigrants or even descendants of immigrants. You know, they're not really that interested in politics. You know, yeah. You know, you got to have a vested interest in politics.
I think that these poor souls in number 10 have a say on how much council tax you have to pay, how much VAT you have to pay, how much tax out of your wages you have to pay. So whichever way you feel like you don't have to pay, I never have to pay tax or whatever. Yeah, you still pay some tax or whatever. Right? Especially if you've got a business of any sort of substance, and then you want to start to earn property, cars, blah 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 blah, different things. Like there's going to be a time when you're going to have to prove your income and earnings in it. Like with no P45, no tax returns that in your name, or in your company's name, that has been paying out to this director or these employees and blah 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 blah. Then boy, yeah, you're thinking you get done with for proceeds of crime. Yeah, you have to prove where that shit's come from. It could just get taken away and that stuff. You have to have some sort of receipts for the shit.
Well, you know what's interesting, Big, is with the money thing. It's like, if you say mom and dad drop you a £10 or £15, £20, are you going to ask them, well, can I get more next month? And can I figure out where your money's going? Because you know what, I don't like the fact they're going to be thinking, who the fuck?
This is what I keep trying to say. It's like this stupid little £20 and so. That's like, that's this stupid money. Like people will give you a £20 and want people to expect a fucking receipt. So for something, like, I'm talking about actual proper money in it. Like, you can't use credit cards to even buy any fucking property or any car. There's no car that you could ever get, or you can even probably get just an air freshener for a car.
Big. No, sorry, do you know, before I forget, you are totally right. The reason why, and this is a point as well, the actual point, I'm addressing the point. Margaret Thatcher changed the house prices. So if you were in any type of business mindset at that stage of time, we're talking a tenfold. So 90K would have turned into a mil. So you bought that at 90K, done it up, spruced it up a bit, and you're talking. So if you'd have caught it then, and that's why your whole point, what you've made, is that why keeping your ears tapped into what's actually happening in 10 Downing Street is quite important. It is quite important, you know, especially when you're getting to the point where you've got dough and you want to make investments, you know, because I was going to ask you guys, what do you think is the best type of investment now when it comes to property? Because there's so many different types of investments. Have you seen like different types of investments you can make? Even from low down, building up a business when it comes to real estate or actual purchases, you can direct investments you can make. You know, like there's actual real sort of luxury, you know, places that they're building all around London, and I think this is part of the gentrification process that you're actually talking about now, Big. Right? So yeah, man. I mean, that's big, and I was like, there's so many opportunities to invest now into something, but there's so many different ways you can invest. Yeah. So you know, I don't really know. I'm not really tapped into what is the best way to invest your money when it comes to real estate. But yeah, I was going to ask you guys. It seems to me like the new builds that they're building everywhere. I feel like I can see like I can see a lot of adverts for like different places where they're building. I'm like looking at it and it looks fucking nice.
Yeah, I can't lie. I can't lie. Yeah, I'm not a fan of new build houses and all that sort of stuff. There, I can't lie.
No, but if a new build as in blocks is long.
New builds.
Yeah, but I'm saying new build. You're talking about new build blocks. Are you talking like blocks, like as in states? And I don't know. I don't really like what they built when it comes to the blocky, like where there's loads of people next to each other. It's very minimalistic. It looks quite. It's not really to me. It's almost like a complex or facility. It's not really residential. It doesn't shout out, I've got my own space. Yeah, I mean, if the new builds in terms of terrace and houses that you can see are worth bucks, because a lot of money a lot of houses in the UK are terrace. Like you can see there's a lot of terrace houses. That's what the Romans built with that terrace like rows, and they're actually a lot of money and they're quite nice. But we're talking about 300k anywhere sort of outside of London for a 1-bedroom, and that's half the price, less than half the price of one you'll find in London. So there is a big, huge gap, which is a bit of a rip-off, to be honest. And I don't think London,
because they're refusing to build fucking enough housing. They're refusing to even be opening up building on fucking any of the grey and brown areas where they could. They're not building the actual proper infrastructure so that the other cities in the UK can rise up and things can balance out or whatever. Like, I don't know what influence really trying to do with the economy and the housing and all that sort of stuff. It's like,
Hey, where did everybody go? Everybody just dropped off.
Yo,
yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, don't
worry,
dropped off. But
what was the main topic though? I just came on the offense.
Yeah. I'm running this video because this teenager has killed his mum, his sister, his little brother, and was arrested on the way to try and carry out a school massacre at a primary school.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. There are 2 black kids that were found as well, buried in Boston or somewhere. Are they from Boston or?
No, we're talking about what, Boston, UK or Boston?
Nah, Boston, America. There were some 2 black kids that got found over there.
We're talking about, innit?
Yeah. I said no. I'm just saying there's another one. But go on, play. Are you playing it? You can run it, yeah.
Let me check. You got hold on a sec. Yo, PR.
All of that. Yeah. What you saying? I'll be going.
Hey, what we say? Liverpool, right, this Premier League.
Hey,
Liverpool. Yeah. Over here, when you went out home.
Hey, you sound familiar. So I'm not too sure if I could have to be in the bad reception
there. No. What you want to grab, what you flow. This is a dirty thing, what you want to go. I may carry on because it's a dangerous thing. Because we don't know. Born in a dirty thing. I'm a stranger, but see me got them in home, no tea.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, well, hey, Peter,
all of that. Yeah, tell me something I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know.
Northwest London. Fuck it, Norfolk. Put that.
Oi, you know what, Geezer? You know what? I think you've got such a beautiful voice. You should start off a karaoke show on YouTube and call it whatever your name is, karaoke show. But this is a talk show. I said you should start a karaoke show. You should start a karaoke show. You got a great voice.
Nah.
I'm encouraging him to sing on the show. Yeah, big. God's blocking him out, man. God's blocking him out, cuz. Just get, yeah. Wait, God's blocking you out,
man. Big up gold, man. Big up gold.
Yeah, big up.
The man, them.
Yeah, big up.
brother, man.
Yes, what's
Long
happening?
time no see.
Getty? What's good, Getty? What's good, my brother?
Well,
You're right. Yes, long
brother,
time.
life, man. Brother, you were not there in that life, innit? I went to Kenya. Alhamdulillah, man. I found a queen. You know them ones, Sam. As getting
Boy,
it
not
smooth
happened.
permanently back to the motherland. And you know what? I'm passing my passport over to one of the far. Why not, bro? I'm gonna give it to somebody on a dinghy, man. Welcome to the UK. Take my passport. Cut your hair.
Listen,
buy a arrowhead. Look like a sketchy, man. Welcome to the UK.
Listen, there's so many houses where there's 5 there, where they've got 2 houses and they split it up into 6 different flats, and there's about 7 different people in each of the houses. There's 30 people.
Come on, man.
In 2 houses.
We both live in London, Gold, man. We both live in London. We know what's going on here in London. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, this small city, yeah? Even though if it becomes 20 million, it's not going to overload. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be flooded, man. This is London, pal.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it should be flooded anymore, because looking at something. If you haven't looked after the people in your own house, in your own space, why would you try and go out and try and help other people? Now, we're not talking about financial. We're not talking about financial aid that you owe other people. Pay your debts, but you've got to look after people within your own space. Yeah.
These men want to play everything. They want to play David Attenborough. They want to film my fucking meerkat in Africa. They want to be everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to be everywhere, best believe that elephant you're shooting in Zimbabwe.
It's coming
that person wants
now.
to be here. No, what I'm saying, England, brother, they find a word. You know the dictionary? They have got a word for every single item, or even human races, different countries, different tribes. It's in the English dictionary, right? So if the England wants to play the master of humanity, so open your door in it. You want to be the king, right? So when the children come home to roost, don't the children chicks, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, fam. So, and gold, when I'm hearing London is only less than 10 million, that's the biggest lie, fam. Undocumented, London is at least 17 million. I'm no idiot, fam. I can tell how many people I'm walking past. London is full, but it doesn't get over full. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do love about London at the moment, there's more people living, you know, families are coming together. And big up the Indian family, you know what I'm saying? Indian family will have their grandmother, their mother, their son's wife, their grandchildren, all in one house, you know what I'm saying? So don't think London is like, just because you see bad people on the road, don't think we're overcrowded. Nah, man. London can still have, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they say in Africa, you know, Africa is running out of space. How? Africa can accommodate the whole world 3 times, you know what I'm saying?
What is Africa running out? I don't think so. Somehow.
No, you know, far right. They always tell you Ghana is Ghana, Nigeria is Nigeria. You see these far rights around here, they always make sure the border is in between. Let's say Kenya, Tanzania. Very perfect point, yeah? Kenya, Tanzania. I was there last year, brother, you know? You know the Masai Mara, the Masai Mara? The wildlife. Masai Mara. I'm there watching the wildebeest and the crocodile eat each other across the river, the Mara, yeah? Tanzania is just there, you know Tanzania? I can walk in, but if I cross the river, first of all, I'm endangered by getting eaten by hyenas, lions, and crocodiles, isn't it? And maybe a kick from a zebra side. But if I cross there now, I have to get a visa because I've entered Tanzania. But how do you think the Maasai who share the same land, who live in Masai Mara and Serengeti, they're tribes, you know? When the colonizer came to them 100 years ago, my man told them, nah, you lot, we're going to split this land in 2. Tanzania here and Kenya here. We don't have no borders, fam. You think Maasai, do you think the elephant that's walking from Kenya into Somalia and Sudan or wherever, he's got a passport? Elephant don't have no passport. So do you think us Africans should have passports to walk about in our own continent? And brother, That's the biggest problem we have in Africa. We still follow the Mzungu rule book. You know what I'm saying?
Hello,
rule of engagement.
Askete.
All right, mate. You all right? How you doing, mate?
Yeah, the last time
God
I
bless
spoke
you, mate.
to you, you commanded that I called you a pharaoh, and then about 5 seconds later, you decided that pharaoh was too gay for you. So then you started telling me to call you Somali pirate.
He's a passy boy. I don't like
so which
Pharaoh,
is
mate.
it? Are you a
He
pharaoh
went
or a
against God.
Somali pirate? What's the term
No,
of
he is
endearment?
Pharaoh. He is. Let me tell you something. Pharaoh is my people, yeah, but he went against God. That's why we don't like him no more.
Well, why didn't you command me to call you the pharaoh the last time we were talking?
Because
together?
I was Pharaoh, but until the,
I think I had a
Jewish
ridiculous
text.
wig on at the time. I think it sort of unnerved you.
You know, let me tell you something. Simple story. If you have read the Abrahamic Bible, Abrahamic book, Bible, Quran, Torah is all the same, yeah? You know, God, the only prophet God has spoken to directly is Moses. And Moses, where is Moses originally from? From the same area, Somaliland, Ethiopia, Eritrea.
Right.
So you gotta ask yourself that question, bro.
Listen, let me just say something.
Moses came from Liverpool, mate. I haven't seen Moses come from Leeds.
Brother, you know what you say? My brother, when you say the Egyptians were doing wrong, so that's why they were.
Yes.
But
they were punished, man.
They had
the empire.
Okay, so what would you say was wrong? What would you regard as wrong? Disorderly.
They were massive slavers.
I tell you. Very simple. Yeah. Pharaoh, he starts saying he's God. He's God. You remember when he enslaved people for thousands of years? The same people, the so-called Israelites.
What if you pick the right sort of online sphere?
No, man, he is. Right
fictional
now.
Context,
if you go to the museum, there's a museum. Listen.
Jesus said he was
the last Pharaoh.
Jesus said he was God. What do you mean? He said he was God. He never said he was
Jesus
God.
never said he's God, brother. Listen, brother. Be careful with that. I read you too much.
All right.
He never said that. He's
not the Trinity, though.
He was sent by God. But these so-called Romans, these so-called Romans corrupted the text, man. So don't ever think that. Jesus is from Palestine.
What is knowing? With the Egyptians, I just want to say this: the Egyptians were known for knowing things. They were very alchemical.
Very.
They were very smart. They were very high science-like minded. They knew about sciences. They built very great things. Now, their theology didn't run on.
It was probably more mathematics and geometry, to be fair, but yeah, I get you.
They were following, bro. They were not, obviously not, bro. They were following Holocaust.
Their theology was not based on belief.
Some of the first.
They believed in Isfet.
Brother, you're very knowledgeable. I'm going to show you down. Very simple, yeah? You're very knowledgeable, brother.
What is belief?
You're very knowledgeable.
Why are you two shouting over the top of each other?
Belief is chaos. Because you don't know. When you know, it's not chaos. If you don't know, it's chaos. It's Isfet. If you know, it's order. That means that you know exactly what's going on. That means
you have to follow.
Exactly. So what? So theology, monotheism is based on belief. So
the Pharaoh became corrupt.
You must let the man finish, and likewise,
he start unaliving people. The first Egyptian writing, it came. The first Sanskrit came from Ethiopia, came from my part of the land, Horn of Africa. Yeah. So we the first people who put text on writing on the sand. So what I'm saying, when we start saying writing like a cow with like that plow, the plows, the cow, back in the days. Today you call it tractor. But before that, it was from the first human beings, they used to farm from the Kemet. They were using a cow and they put something at the back of it. You might see it in some part of India today, but they were using it like a tractor. The donkey was like a taxi, but it's still in the. If you go to Egypt right now, when you see a donkey with a fucking a dog face, what does that mean in Holy Script? I tell you, bro, it's basically that donkey means the owner of that donkey is a king. At that time, he put armor on that donkey. Basically,
I don't know what that donkey saying, but
you get MF. MF. So I'm saying all of these signs, which it took me time, bro, to learn. I will have to go to Somaliland to read and learn. It has a lot of meaning, bro. Like, when you see a dog with a pharaoh face, a human with a dog face.
What's the point, though, you're trying to
You know what that means, brother? It means a soldier standing, protecting his king. but he will bark when.
Are you trying to say it doesn't get any more great than ancient Egypt?
I love my
I can't even
writing,
fucking conversate with you both because you just keep talking.
No, brother, you can. We're listening to you.
Okay, so I'm asking you one simple question. Are you trying to say that it doesn't get any greater than the ancient Egyptians? Is that what you're trying to say by making all these little solitary points?
Bro, listen. You tried after Alexander came to Egypt for only 1 month. He went to Iraq and he got killed. That so-called great Alexander. So listen, no empire has ever been in human history and been better than Kemet, Egyptian.
Why
Forget about Egyptian. We don't call them Egyptian. We call them Kemet, mate. Kemet Empire. No empire has ever been greater.
Why have you such an interest?
What do you mean, mate?
Ancient Egypt?
Don't think your skyscrapers and that you have in Europe and your little stock exchange is better than the empire of the tombstone of the pharaohs. Yeah. Even the leg.
Would you not say it? To the British Museum. 1 second, get chill out, man. Yo, 1 second. Wouldn't you agree that ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt is one of the most fascinating topics that we've got out there? Seeing as that it's quite it's still controversial. No one's even really we don't even know if we deciphered the Medunetta yet completely, right? So people can read and reference stuff from the Medunetta, but we don't even know if they even know or understand what it even translates to. So that's still in control, up in question. You know what I mean? We're still speculating whether it's even been translated. So it's a very.
How do we learn to read? We learn to read and the calendar by watching the skies in the stars in the sky. So we used to know. We used to look at stars, saying, you know what? Today is January. Last month on December, the sky was the star was over. Hold on, mate. The star was over there.
Man, I can't be dealing
so this is how we brought you the calendar. We brought you mathematics. We brought you writing. We brought you everything, mate. Chemists.
What does Massacre know about? What do you know about?
It's Marcus. Marcus is a legend, man. Big up Marcus.
Yeah, but what do you know about ancient Egypt and Asketi or Massacre? What can you talk about ancient Egypt? You know, any little?
Nothing.
But I need to learn more. Right. That's why I need 2 years back in Somalia. I need them to take away my passport, rip it open, mate. That's not British embassy around Somalia. So it would take me hell and fire to come back.
I
don't want to come back, bro. I want to go back there with only a bag of clothing and be left there, bro, with nothing.
Asketi, what's your belief on the British Museum in London being filled with ancient Egyptian artifacts? Do you think they should give it back?
No, it needs to be shut down permanently.
But do you not think it should be returned?
We don't want it back. No. How much billions and trillions have you made over human suffering? Imagine this. It costs you £45 to enter that museum. How many customers do they get a day?
Still in the,
by watching Tutankhamun. Okay, you can watch him. Nobody cares about Alexandra. Go and watch Tutankhamun. We don't care about him. But don't even give us back. Just destroy what belongs to the Africans. Enough is enough. You have done what you've done to us, but you still want to benefit from us. By charging some niggas, man, £45 to watch my history. You will never see a slave ship inside the British Museum. You don't see a slave ship. You don't see Stonehenge. Why Stonehenge not the British Museum? Because it has no value. You don't have no value in history. You were born yesterday. You only born 3,000 years ago.
It brings a lot in tourism.
And no disrespect, Marcus, mate. No, only today, mate. You don't know what's going to happen.
Have you seen all the Victorian photographs of all the Asketi, fella? You need to sort of be more
He's a drug dealer, mate. No, Victoria, he's a drug dealer.
No, you're just shouting.
Don't you remember what she done to China?
Pause and
he started the opium war in China, mate.
You've got so-called Victoria. Microphone etiquette.
Victoria, she's a shutter, mate. She shot food, mate. She shot hard food. Victoria shot hard food, mate. Your queen used to shot hard food. So we don't care, mate. She's shotting hard food. Nobody cares about Victoria. She's a crack dealer. She's shotting the Chinese.
You're just talking shite. I said, have you seen?
What do you mean shite? It's in history. You supplied the Chinese with opium from Victoria. So she's a drug dealer, right? Can we be honest? You guys are the biggest drug dealer on the planet.
What substance have you taken tonight? Is it alcohol or is it something harder?
Fucking, you know what it is, bro? Fucking, it's a rock, man. I hate P. Diddy's drink, man.
Is that what you smoke? Well, at least you're honest about it.
Why are you feeling these pockets, though?
Blame me on the goose. It got me feeling loose. I don't like goose. You know why? It gets me loose. I blame it on the vodka. You know what?
I was going to say.
Dude, I can't lie. Who knows? I sketchy might have another kid coming today. I got two bitches coming. Sorry, but two beautiful females coming to my house today.
Prostitutes.
God knows. Nah, man. I don't deal with none of these people. Women fight over me, fam.
This doesn't sound a very Islamic lifestyle you live in, smoking rocks.
I'm not, bro. I'm a messed up Muslim. I'm the worst of the worst. May God forgive me, man. Bro, even me, I got tattoos, mate. I'm not even supposed to have tattoos. I got tattoos, mate. I just got another tattoo on my neck the other day. So don't ever think Asketi is a good Muslim. But I will, God believe, yeah, best believe, I will fight for the right of all Muslims. Anybody in this minority in this country.
Anybody else want to say anything on the panel about Asketi? You got Asketi. I know you got a lot.
After I'm going home, mate. Hold the panel down. Hold it down. Hold it down. I'm going in.
He's a character. I'll leave it as that.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot to say. I mean, he's made a good couple of points. We jumped from ancient Egypt to Queen Victoria, which is a good couple of thousand years, maybe, give or take. And then we've got Kemet, which is a good maybe 6,000 years plus.
I was just trying to say, have you seen a lot of the photographs that show a lot of renovation and upkeep work being done on Stonehenge? Stonehenge does
we don't care, mate. We don't care about your
I'm saying there's a lot of tourists would disagree. Stonehenge has a lot of visitors every year.
But it's only a stone. What about the artifacts in the British Museum?
No, I agree with you. I'm not disputing that.
We want the original.
Sometimes there's certain artifacts hold more value
in the British Museum.
Foreign countries. So that's the argument. That's one of the arguments of having some Egyptian artifacts in London. It holds more value to the people over here from an interest point of view than it would in the Cairo Museum. Now, I know Cairo
about 50 million. That's why to sell a gram of it. 50 million.
They did a big renovation.
No.
They basically rebuilt the Cairo Museum to house the ancient Egypt part of it. And when that was kicking off, they wanted to get a lot of the stuff back. I was following it off the British, and the British Museum did actually give them some things back, but there were a lot of things they wouldn't. What's the stone called? Askete. I forget what the.
I respect all of that. Yes, as long as you don't give it back to the Arabs, the Arab Egyptians, because they are fake. They're not really Africans. Just give it back.
Do you want
the Rosetta
don't give to the. Walid, people like Walid, he claims he's Egyptian, but he can never be.
It's the Rosetta Stone.
Give someone like him. Give it to the Sudanese, give it to the people of Kenya, or the Somalis, or Ethiopia. Everyone in Africa right now, they've got museum everywhere in Africa, every country, they've got museums. They've been asking for the last 10 years. Can we get our artifacts back from the British people and the France?
Do you know the reason why a lot of NFL franchises?
You know what they tell us? They tell us you can't look after your own
into foreign countries. It's the same concept.
And then stolen goods.
Well, just bear with me.
Askete.
It's the same reason why at one point the Premier League was talking about exporting like one game out of the 38 fixture abroad into China somewhere years ago.
That's a very good point coming now, mate.
It's the same reason why these big corporate sort
of
brother
Marcus, I've got a very good point for you.
So
I need to speak to you about something very important.
No, bear with me. The British Askete, just let me finish my fucking point, please.
Go on,
so say if the British government were to dig around Stonehenge and take it on tour to say like Texas and rent it out for so much, they could potentially hold more tourism value doing it that way.
No. No tourists
structurally, but
no Chinese tourists will come from China.
So the Rosetta Stone could hold more value in a British museum than it does in Cairo.
Look at a stone, mate, that was built by a black man. You know what I'm saying? The Moors. So remember,
but in an Islamic country.
No, hold on. Let's switch story, brother, for 2 seconds. That's a new young player from Arsenal who joined the British football team. I think it's called something Skelly Mouse, something like that. Arsenal player, I think under 18, going 17. Not the Arsenal player who got from Arsenal something Skilly, most Skilly. Anyways, black player. As soon as he joined, this is the first time. Yeah, it's the first time he signed up. He was calling for to join the British national team. No, not Saka, bro. Arsenal player who just now he's young. Something Skelly. He's
there's
Marcus
a one
Skelly.
coming through now, a young lad, isn't there? Yeah,
Lewis Skelly. Yeah. But guess what happened to him? He pulled out. You know why he pulled out of the British national team? Because of racism. You know how much racism he suffered on TikTok since he joined by these far rights. Go back to your country. That's what they text him. Go back to your country. You're not even from here. You're Nigerian. Go back to where you come from.
Has he actually been quoted as saying that's his reason, though, or not?
Bro, go on the news right now, brother, and you find a lot of videos.
No.
And I pick up his parents. His parents.
You've raised the point. You show me.
How many black people have suffered in the English team? Marcus Rashford, Raheem Sterling, every Sterling, and what's it called? Bellingham, even the mixers, every black player has suffered, bro. So no, bro. My point is, black players should not play for England because we're not really welcome in this.
I know, but I'm still wanting to talk to you about ancient Egypt.
Let's go, brother. Go on. Sorry about that.
Right. Okay. So just let me finish up on ancient Egypt.
Go on.
So you know when you're on your passionate rant about ancient Egypt, about how and I get it. I know how you work. I get you thinking how you'll ultimately bring it back around to discredit Western culture. I get it.
I've seen it firsthand.
No, listen. But in that sort of passionate speech at the start of it, you actually discredited some of the pharaohs because they were putting themselves on par with a god. So hear me out.
I don't like them, mate. Let's keep it like that. I don't like
them. Mate. You're fucking not even doable, mate. I'm fucking done with
I swear, I'm going to mute Marcus. I'm muted.
So I said to you that taking into account the Rosetta Stone might hold more financial value or value of interest, however you deem in value, in the British Museum. So let me give you an example. Let's say if you're in a staunch fucking Islamic country and they also share similar beliefs. Yes, I know it predates Islam and Muhammad, but you're talking about people, pharaohs, kings that had themselves on par with gods. There's a lot of pagan elements, anthropomorphic fucking people that had animal elements in the face and the features, human body features. Okay, so let's say this is one of the reasons why the Rosetta Stone, let's say if the British Museum and the British government were to bow to the Cairo Museum and give them these artifacts back, who's to say when you've got off your high horse about that's how we want it back, you're even that.
All right, mate, get back on your horse, mate. Shut your mouth.
I'm done.
Don't tell me about no high. But carry on. Respond. It's like this. Resistance Stone. Oh, you tell me, can I respond, mate? Hold on, bro.
Yes,
I've got to respond to you.
I'm done.
Hey, bro, if you want to, we can have a one second.
Go on, brother. But I got him, my man.
I was just going to say that I'll put my details in the back, and we'll have a conversation. North another time, or even off air about the ancient Kemet. You see, kind of Captain.
Brother, I'm trying to get to it, man.
Go on.
He's going to drive me.
Don't let him get away with this shit,
I'm going to have to go.
Brother, let me cook him, bro. Please.
All
right, let me go there. Let me go. It's my turn, right? I've got a perfect answer for you. You called the Rosetta Stone so precious, because you from Europe, brother, and we all respect more because you're one of the best people. You know, one of my closest respectful people. Yeah, nothing to you. The so-called Rosetta Stone, if it's so-called expensive, and the colonizer, found it and put it in a museum, the question to you is, how many more Rosetta Stone is left in Africa, which you have no knowledge about? So, reality is, nobody cares about what you lot already stole and you benefit from. The question is, we Africans are telling you, just leave us alone. We still have plenty more Rosetta Stone.
But I'm also going to bring this back to a very important point. What somebody's raised.
Can I go next?
Raw material.
Can I go next?
Go on, for life. You're right. Sorry, fella. Go on.
All right. Okay. Cool.
We don't want to hear you guys telling us go back to your country and that.
Don't tell you that. Let love for life.
No. If you want to respond to what he just said about the Rosetta, how many Rosetta Stones are in Africa, I don't know what he meant by that. But I mean, you can respond if you want to.
No, go on,
bro. Listen.
Go on.
So a lot of Asketi's troll scripts are to do with that minerals. But if you're living in sort of a
script, man. I'm not a troll, bro. We talking history.
I know you're not, but you do know how to got the fucking
but listen, guys. I think there's a target, and we're like the people shooting. Not even, I don't know where you're shooting, but we're talking about ancient Kemet. He's talking about Rosetta. Someone mentioned Rosetta Stone. What is your actual point you're making with your last statement, please, Asketi?
Bro, it's only some red stones, bro. What I'm trying to say, my last statement is,
going to get off, fella. Good night, but I can't be doing.
No, brother, don't go, Marcus. I beg you, don't go. Okay, let him go, brother. My point is, I was trying to say earlier that Rosetta Stone is just one stone they found, and they put it back to the Kemet. Remember this, that stone that's on the Queen's head came from Ivory Coast, were found by the poorest of the poorest woman in Africa. God bless her soul, she's dead now. She found it, she hid it, she thought that, let me pass it on to my children so they can have a great future. But guess what? These red coats came in and destroyed the whole land of Sierra Leone. Look at this. People don't hear about Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is, people hear about Congo. But Sierra Leone, is one of the richest countries, at least way more richer than any African country.
Let me ask you a question.
No, you can go on, brother.
Do you know how many piece artifacts has been stolen from Kemet? And ancient Egypt.
Everything.
Do you know how many? There's a number. There's a number. You know the number?
Well, like last time I was in the British Museum, but I don't even count the British Museum as bad. If you go to the French Museum, you will really understand.
Okay, so I'll tell you. I know there's a number. There's a number. It's
a lot, mate. A lot.
Listen, bro. There's 2 million pieces.
Imagine that 2 million pieces, mate. Oh my.
Yeah, that is the exact number. So when you talk about,
I didn't even know that was the number.
So when we talk about,
I knew it was a lot, man.
I've got
2 fucking million. That is a lot. But that is violation,
So when you got people talking about, we gave them back 1 or 2 bits, or pieces.
What you talking about? America,
unless they're giving it back at least 100,000, unless they're giving it back at least 100,000 pieces, then they're not giving it back.
That's the 100,000 that have no value, When they put it in the art, when they put art on the for sale, it's the lowest, It's like Hector's ancestor who made like a sculpture in Benin, something like that, has no value. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, bro, we need to understand how much money. So when people ask for reparation, we need to ask that question as well. How much money did you make from selling stolen artifacts of Africans? How much money did you make from selling and unaliving wildebeest and the rhino? Remember this, brother. Why Asketi is so passionate about African animal? Because these Mazungu came and there's no more white rhinos, mate. They're the one who started ivory trade. When they heard the Chinese are using it for medicine, and they realized the Chinese are making way more money, they want to make it ban. So the question is, bro, even though with all respect, I was not born here, I was born in Europe, but my granddad had a British passport. So when I'm hearing people telling me, go back to your country, I always say this and I teach my children. You never, ever, ever, ever gonna send me back. Unless you put me in a casket and send me back. Because you know what? I know my history as much as you guys know your racist history as being a white privileged pricks, you know what I'm saying? Low IQ, wants to argue with black people, and always want to find a way to win. We know where we come from. So when you have someone like me, a General Asketi, who seriously, when I go home, my family has got lions in their cages. And I walk in that cage, because I've seen that lion about 5-6 years ago as a baby. I walk in there with no fear. You think you can walk the same shoes I walk in? No? That's why, bro. Let's be honest, brother, and Gold. People hate me, bro. Since Rodney, how many times have I got a letter from MI5 because of these people on Rodney K channel? You know how many times people have snitched on me for MI5? You were there too, man. Every day I was getting some fucking a phone call.
What do you think about
only man? Until the MI5 knew who I am. But go on.
MI5, you know. Wow.
Go on, brother. Go on, brother. Go on, brother. I hear you making a point, brother. Go on, man.
I'm just saying, what do you think of Jamie Carragher?
Forget about that, brother. Forget about it. Let's talk about something better, brother. King Gold. Back in the days, you were making music, brother, from the bedroom of your yard.
Let me ask you a question.
Are you still making music?
Are you going to let me finish what I'm going to say? Because I'm going to jump off in a second, bro.
No, I'm muted, man.
All right. Yeah. What do you think about Jamie Carragher saying that the African League is shit, even though he never won the Premier League when he was with, I think he was Liverpool?
Two simple words. No, very simple.
Are you
finished, bro? You want to answer questions? You asked me a question, answer, yes? Question for answer. Jeremy Carragher, yeah, has never ever been great as any like Didier Drogba, you know, our brother from Ivory Coast, you know, who got the Champions League, who scored the final goal. So and Sadio Mane, who won the Champions League. I don't know if he won it. Let's say Mo Salah won it twice. Yahya Toure, one of the best players for Man City in the Premier League. So the question is, mate, this is just called, we all understand this, bro, and you know what won. It's white supremacy, white privilege. When my men are telling us only European nations and European cups are important, you know what I'm saying? The question is, what about France? When France won the World Cup, how many times? A majority of the team players from France, from Africa. And what's it called? And Kylian Mbappe from Cameroon, his father. And Paul Pogba from Mali. All of these players. And Mbappe. No, what's it other player from? All of them, bro. Let's be honest. All of them, where are they from? West Africa. So when my man talking shit about African football and African value of what it brings for Mo Salah to become a star player and it's just a laugh in the park, because it's just colonial session. And you know what it is? I bet you Jamie Carragher, I've been listening to Tommy Robertson recently, and he's like, in the day, bro.
Hey, that's funny.
Look at this. The legend got 100%, mate. Because right now he's getting cooked by all the African players. All his friends that used to play with him, they hate him. You know, have you seen the tweet Mario Balotelli he sent him the other day? Mario Balotelli. He told him, bro, you see you never had money like me. That's what he said. And I'm African. Like that, bro. That's simple. You see you never had money like me. And I'm African. Balotelli, Mario Balotelli. Balotelli.
Okay.
You're the Italian player. Balotelli, man, from Italy. The black one. Come on, man. Anyways, brother, what I'm trying to say, the point is finished, bro, yeah? The point is finished, King Gold. You're gold for a reason, brother. Your family is half Igbo. You're gold. When the colonizer came to your country, they see children throwing rocks of gold to each other. That's why slavery happened. Brother, you are very knowledgeable about your Igbo tribe.
Listen, when they came to our country, they came with tanks, guns, and all the rest of it. They didn't just.
You must have a laugh, mate. You're taking a piss. What do you mean tanks? 1400 tanks came to Britain. How, my friend?
Well, what happened in 1904? What happened in the 1900s?
Come on, brother. They came. I tell you what it is. We African, we have a good heart. When we see these Mazungu, we welcome them because they have a different skin complexion to us. We told them, don't worry, you can stay there. We give you a land there. The king, you know, the Ashanti king of Ghana, Ashanti.
Yeah, there's many kings.
But these people came. First, they came as friends. You know, the first 100 years, when Queen Victoria was alive, these lot came as friends. We want to be your friends. Sorry, man, we came from starvation. We fed them. You know, we fed them. We were giving. When they came with ship, we were giving them rice, sugar, spices, all type of shit. You know, vegetable, livestock. They were just giving them. We just tell them, we never knew there's white people living in Europe. If you are hungry, here, take our food. We have plenty of food. You see us, we might even hunt a giraffe if we see it. We don't care.
What can we see now? Listen, let's make the point. Let's try and extract them from what we're talking about.
I just came back for that.
Let me say this now. So what we've seen, is that when you have got people that have moved towards or settled in Somalia or Nigeria, the Turks.
They need to cut, man.
That means that these people can be lived with, right? Unless they've been invaded.
They can't,
now,
they can't.
Huh?
What's going
well,
on?
I think Somalia got the Italians.
No. We don't trust. We don't trust anybody from outside. We don't trust people from outside unless you look African. Unless you have black skin, we don't trust us, mate. We don't trust you, anybody. That's a Somali policy. That's how we are, brother. Even though we colonized, but at the moment, even Somalia without nothing, with a couple of AK-47, we're still gonna shoot against the American troops.
Walk on. What you saying?
Yo, Somalia's been colonized, though. What are you talking about?
Of course.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Actually, you're right, brother. Somalia has been colonized.
Nice, by 3 different places.
1 second, who's calling me, man? Stop calling me, bro. Please.
It hasn't been like captured and taken over. But it has
no, only for 60 years, brother. I'll be honest. My grandfather witnessed it. He was there in Somalia 1945. Yes, they told him the colonizer was walking around in Somalia. And every time you see a colonizer, you have to look down. If you look him in the eyes, he's getting beaten up in the police cell. That's colonial colonization in your country. But guess what? That's only Somalia on the eyes. They can only beat you. But in Kenya, they were chopping your balls off, castration. They were literally hanging you for no reason to make a point against, who? The Mau Mau, the Kukuyus, Mau Maus. Because they were like Somalia. They were rebels, rebels. They were rebels. They were anti-colonizer. So that's why I don't know if you heard about the freedom fight of Kenya. It's called Jomo Kenyatta. What is he known for? Unaliving British people, British soldiers. Because he took them to a forest, and once you're in your own terrain, you always win. I haven't seen no West win a war since they started war against Afghanistan and Iraq. You know why? You can't beat, even though you got air superiority, yeah. But remember this: these people, they know how to hide under the mountain. You might drop a fucking motherland bomb, earthquake bomb. But these people have already dig enough, they're intelligent enough to say, let's dig 20 feet down. That about him, it will not even affect us. You know what I'm saying? But once you land, and brother, I'm not talking like a scary general. I'm not major yet, yeah? But they always think, once you land in Somalia, it is what it is. Black Hawk Down. Have you seen a movie called Black Hawk Down? Black Hawk Down. When America came to Somalia, 1991. They went to Somalia, they got so much honor life, they couldn't even go and save the Rwanda genocide. Because the next mission of Clinton was, let's deal with Somalia, after that we're going to go into Rwanda. But when they got smashed by the Somalis, they said, nah, we can't even afford to go into Rwanda. Let the Hausa and Tutsi honor life themselves. You know what I'm saying? That is history. No other history made of 1991, Bill Clinton, when he went into Somalia. The mission was peacekeeping troops for Somalia, genocide in Somalia. Apparently, there was no genocide. There was Somalis fighting each other. And the same thing in Rwanda. Hutu and Tutsi. 1 million people. Imagine this: 1 million people of Tutsi, got on life by this.
Let me play this video real quick, man. So
go on, brother. Press play,
man. The same, let it play. How you mean? 1 sec, yeah.
Well, I kick bad niggas out, man. No knowledgeable. I thought these.
The main point is defence. If you do not mention, when questioned, something today's trial in court, anything you do say may be given as evidence. What road are we on? Birmingham Road. 46 priority. Birmingham Road. I think we've got the offender.
Man said murder,
It's not murder.
Yes. We've got a male here. He's presented himself to us.
Well, that's scary, bro. Under arrest for murder. I like that youth. Fuck him, bro. He deserved murder. I hope he get beaten up daily, man. But I hate this kid, man. Look what he's doing. Buying a gun from a fucking but Betty, what about this guy who's selling the gun?
Cuz.
What about the guy who's selling him the gun? I want to find out, what about the guy? Why is he not in jail?
The man,
not fair,
he was selling illegal
man
firearms.
But with a stolen card, man, identity.
Brother, are you deaf? Listen, man. The brother had a fake gun license. So the
yes,
dude
but that's
no
what I'm trying to understand. So how can I make a fake gun license? Is it possible? I never thought you could make, bro. I never thought you can buy a gun like that, bro, in Luton. Next man, you're just calling I have a gun license.
Still. Mm-hmm.
That's mad, fam. So man just want a piece. The guy who opened his boot of the car, he only care about £2,000 for a shotgun. Mm. And look at this kid now. He's going to honor life kids. His own sister and his mother.
He's in fucking Asda.
A little waste man, bro. He's an elevator now, isn't it? He's going to the block to kill his mother and sister, right? And his brother. Imagine this, bro.
It's mad. Imagine the person that's standing in the elevator with him doesn't even know that.
He don't know nothing, mate. But he's a pussy. Why is he not pulling up the weapon on my man? He's got agenda to kill his mom, who love him the most. That's what I'm saying. People who love you the most, they suffer the most. They suffer the most, bro. I'm telling you. Allah, look at this man. I feel sorry for the mother.
What are you playing?
Dickhead, man. Stop playing game, man.
This is like
a sad story. This is a very sad story, man.
Bro.
And his family,
man.
Stop for a sec.
Shut up, man. That's gay, man. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, the dude just killed his mum, his sister, his brother, and then got arrested on the way to a school trying to do a flipping school massacre.
Yeah, that's bad, man. That's bad news.
It's not that, bro. He needs to get shot on the head. Why did the police not shoot him, mate? The same way his family is gone, he needs to be in the same body bag next to them in a mortuary. His mother, his sister, and his brother in the mortuary. This youth is in jail now doing life. For what? For watching some American high school
how many? Listen, ask Getty. Ask Getty. How many of them happened in Somalia?
Brother,
do you ever hear about them happening in Somalia?
You don't. Never in my life ever heard.
Never heard of a mass shooting in Somalia, no?
Mass shooting every day, but not a youth shooting, pointing the gun in his own mother.
No, let me read this. Never. Be quiet for a second. Let me read this. Let me read this. Let Prosper was sentenced to. Listen. Bro. Stop speaking for a sec, man. Yo. Come on, man. Yo, alright, so the guy Prosper, his surname is obviously, was sentenced to a minimum term of 49 years imprisonment at Luton Crown Court. One sec. Let's writings come up. However, the judge did not impose a whole life order. Bro, the judge did not impose a whole life order, partly because he was only 18 years old at the time. One sec here. There's not going to be some more to read. Hold on. Let me read that. The rest first.
That's what I'm saying, bro. UK is going back.
The judge, the judge said that despite being troubled by this shocking case, sorry, I'm driving at the same time, Prosper's age and his early guilty plea.
Okay, don't say too much on camera, brother. Let me read for you, brother. Don't say you're driving and doing this at the same time, knowing who you got in
Read it.
Let me read for you, brother. I got you. And the fact he was traveled from committing a mass shooting, meaning he did not meet the threshold. Bro, how does it mean he didn't meet? He wanted to go commit a mass shooting.
That's why he didn't get.
But he didn't meet the threshold. Somebody stopped him or something. There's a waste, man,
he got stopped on the way to the thing, innit? Well, it's actually
the question is, brother,
a positive thing.
Where did he learn this shit from?
All the bad stuff that happened, that he did get stopped on the way to it.
Brother, bigger. Question is,
did he actually do it or not?
Did you what?
Because they've made that out like he's done it. So obviously he's not.
He's already on a life. His sister, brother. He already on a life. His sister, his mother, and his brother. young brother, young sister, and his mother.
Yeah,
He bought the thingy. He bought the thingy from the car park. He went upstairs.
Come on, man.
On life, and his next plan was to go to the high school.
Was to get
But he got caught.
the school kids.
He got caught by the neighbors. You know, I think the neighbors heard the bang. You know, the funny thing is, I heard about this case like 2 months ago on Scar City. You know, Luton, the flats. But today, brother, what comes around goes around. This PCO is on camera now.
One sec.
I hope they get beaten up every day in jail.
One sec, I get yo, John West.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo, John West, who's this? What's up?
Can I ask you one question, please?
What's that?
Shut up, mate. Go away. I really don't answer no question.
On Nixie.
Look at this, man.
What's the what?
What's your thoughts on Nixie?
I told you, mate. This low IQ. Really, kick him off, bro. We're dealing with something important.
Right, say less, man.
Man, ask about Nixie, man. What the heck?
So asking about Nixie, you know, we're talking about the kid that.
Brother, this is what I'm saying. You got some crowd here, brother. Well, you got some super fans, bro. You got super fans, you know. Man, anyways, brother. What's it called? King Gold. Man, on life, his sister, his mother, tried to go to the high school and got caught by the police. What do you think about that, bro? So who snitched? Really, I'm asking who snitched? The neighbors.
His brother. He stabbed his sister over 100 times.
That's what I'm saying,
and he
bro.
shot his brother in the chest.
His mother on the head,
shot
bro.
His mum in the head.
His sister. How many shot though? I heard the whole house was full of blood.
Right, let me ask a question. Let me ask some questions. That's Getty. You are machine gun Getty motherfucker. Let me ask a question.
That's the part.
Let's have some parliamentary process here. Let's have some parliamentary process here.
Yo, become diplomatic.
So look, listen. Wait, what Biggs? Is this in London? It's not in London, was it?
Nah, man. Luton.
All right, read the rest of that. Ask Katie, read the rest of that.
Go on. 1 second.
Go on.
Man said,
read it.
Prosper had earlier tried to unsuspected to refuse attending his own sentencing hearing. Man didn't want to go to his own sentencing hearing. For what? What's he going to claim? Mental health. I'm sick. I broke my hand in HMP. This is a waste, man, bro. This is what I'm saying, brother. Right now, we got, with this far right and all of this shit going on, we got kids now buying an assault rifle. You know, not assault rifle. What's it called? Hunting and shotguns from next man and unaliving people on the street. That's what I blame the internet, mate. How did this youth find out that this little youth find out, let me make a fake ID, gun license, and get a gun? And this planning. I'm trying to understand the planning, you know. Everything we have to understand the planning. Because, brother, we all been his age, you know. 18, 20s. We all been there. We never used to think like this. Let me get a gun license. Let me make a fake ID. I never even made a fake ID for buying alcohol. But goal. My question is, this kid, what went through his head? No, 1 week before that, what went through his head? And we just see the image. One guy was in the same elevator when he went upstairs to unalive his own mother. Because that elevator, you know, that clip is from his building. I've seen his building, you know, and I've been there in Luton. It's a big field, you know, there's a big park behind it. He went all the way upstairs. That was I could see his African brother standing in front of him. He's a pussy. If he really was a man to go on a mass killing, why didn't he start on the black?
This is what we've got here. On an isolated incident, man.
Because he knows that black man was punching him in his face in that elevator.
Excuse me, bro. What is wrong with you, man? Can I speak, bro? Can I speak without you speaking over me? So I start speaking. Are you seriously, bro? Are you
go and speak, man?
There's order, man. There's ordering public conversation, you know. How can you be my age, bro? No. You're my age and you can't even speak properly. Now I'm talking to you real. Now. Like you're not trying to even. It's embarrassing. Have some shame. Have some community. No, have some order, man. Order.
Don't talk about me while I'm doing that. You little waste, man.
I'm gonna pop you up if I find you an action. I'm gonna pop you up. Hey, shush, man.
Don't hold me up. Okay, brother. Sorry, brother. Okay, say no more. I'm gonna mute myself. You're family, brother.
I'll find you an action.
All your softball family, brother. But don't watch that. Life will grow. No, don't do that, man. Life will grow, man. Life will grow with ends.
Hey, listen. Hey,
listen, what we've got here is this an isolated incident? Is this a person who's just acting out because he had a real problematic, isolated domestic dispute between his family? Or is there a source of the problem where he's gone online and it could be part of more of an greater influential reach to a thing where there's a number of people thinking the same thing with a similar intention or you know, and or have been spurred on or had a battery put in their back by an idea and someone else's idea who's very influential. You know, this could be something where, like I said, it could be isolated, and for everybody else, for the safety of the public, we hope that it's just one of them things that, well, we've got guns, it's going to happen, because that's the nature of human beings. We get angry and we might shoot, but it could be there's a deeper seated ideology behind it, which is corrosive to fucking human existence itself, that needs to be addressed, because it could be something like the KKK movement or some more of a radical fucking movement which holds material goods above everything else, and life isn't that important when it comes to warfare. Because don't forget,
we know this already. We know this.
When it comes to warfare, it seems like the law can be broken. So if we can stop people having to go into warfare for any reason, no laws can be broken. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Is an isolated incident, and you know,
pick up yourself.
Yeah, or is it you know, and they'll look into it, and they could attach anybody, any movement onto it.
Listen, I may do. Sorry, brother.
Huh?
Brother, business. Okay, 1 second, brother. You lock my door, fam. I left my key inside. Well, I don't have the key, man. Oh my days, I have to kick it open. Hey, bro, you locked my door, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna kick it. Bismillah.
What are you linking girls in the middle of the week, though? Hey, listen. Hey,
somebody just locked my door, mate. I'm not out, mate. I have to keep my door open now. It's madness.
Are you linking girl in the middle of the week? You said you was linking women in the middle of the week. You had 2 women you were going to see, Asketty, in the middle of the week. Is that true? What are they doing? What are you not doing? You going out for drinks? Yeah?
No, brother. No, hey, Queen Gold, everything you said, I heard, man. Nothing evidence, this and that. But you have to understand, brother. This little kid, he's trying to go on a mission. Like these kids, you know, that goes in America, this fast. 100% white supremacy. That go to school kids, go to black churches in America and shoot up everybody. That was his mission. 100%, brother. Me, I'm not saying I'm some agent or sign. But brother, God gave us human rights, innit? A human brain. 100% this kid has read sign online for him to turn against his mother, even though his mother pissed him off. But King Gold, you love your mother, right? She raised you, innit? Even anything she do to you. Me, I was raised with my dad died from a young age, you know what I'm saying? Only when I was like saying like 12. My mama always been in my life.
Yeah.
I'm Somali, bro. Growing up in Europe, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm get pissed off. If she piss you up, if you piss off so much, dad, he might hit you with punches, but mom should pull up the wire from the TV and cane you like you in slavery.
How long have you been in Asketty? How long have you been in the UK?
But my whole life, but you know me, family, man. I've been here my whole life, but I go back and forward. I stay with my grandmother. In between, brother, I was born in the 90s. Let me just say the 90s, yeah. But from now to the 90s, I went to Kenya. I spent about 7 years with my grandmother. Because when I was young age, you know, I used to get in trouble. When I moved here, bro, to the UK from Denmark, yeah, I was chilling white people, bro. You know, in London, fucking Hayes Town, this area, you know, Yeding, Heathrow, this area, chilling white people, bro. I don't know what they're saying. Man speak Danish, you know. I was raised to speak Danish. I might have seen some American TV. I might have learned some English. That's about it. But when I moved to the UK, fam, 2003, after my dad died, yeah, bruv, these English people, bruv, from young age, you know, I'm in fucking, what was it called? I'm in school, you know. I'm a youth, you know. These kids are telling me after school, let's go and dash rocks at cars. Cars are going fucking 70 miles an hour, you know, on road. You know what I'm thinking? We're dashing rocks and that. I can't say too much. Cars are doing madness, you know. We're doing madness. After I was following these little white kids, you know what I'm saying? Biggest mistake of my life. No disrespect to your white side, brother. Hold on, brother. I'm trying to talk about this kid, man. You diverted me from.
Yeah, you've gone off to another topic, though. You've diverted. I mean, you've just gone off a complete different.
Tell me emotional about this kid, brother. He's a waste man. Okay, let me go back to this kid. This kid, brother, he must have read some handbook from online for him to turn against society like this. His mother was the biggest love.
It's not
protection.
Waffling, man.
His brother and sister. Fuck you, man. What do you mean waffling, bro? What do you mean waffling? I'm trying to tell you something, bro. See you, yeah. I love you, brother. I love you. I'm gonna allow you, bro. But family, this kid, he fucked up his life, man.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
know I
sad
got
to
your
see
back,
this,
man.
man. And it's sad to see this. He's a mixed race brother. I got mixed race children.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on a second.
His mother was white too, you know. He killed his, maybe he's killed his mother because she denied him for him to see his father. Who knows?
Can you chill out?
100% the kid.
You sound like you're in a tank. You sound like you're in a tank.
I keep getting phone calls from hosts, you know. I'm thinking, should I spread the news? I'm not sure to pick up the phone.
You sound like you're
I love you, family.
You sound like you're speaking from jail. You sound like you're in a jail cell.
Up to God, the dunya. They know the dunya.
Listen,
the jail cell.
This dunya. Listen.
Man. You from the end of these.
Listen. You can't listen. My Somali brother, Mr. Somali.
Come on, family.
Let me listen to what I'm saying.
Call me Mr. Somali. Call me
Mr. Somali.
Call me Asketi. Call me Liban. Call me Simba. Call me Simba. Call me Simba. Simba.
Man.
Asketi.
Man. Come on, man.
I hate Somalis,
man. Let me speak.
Fuck the Somalis, man.
Yeah, so look.
The honor life, my cousin, man. The Somali honor life, my cousin.
How can you call yourself the addictions? If you look at the Somalis, they have thin nose like white man. If you look at the African statues, they got big nostril. How the hell? Tell me why. Tell me how can you call them?
I'll tell you why. It's simple.
Tell me how can you call them? No, Bantu. It's Bantu.
We extension of you Bantu.
It's Bantu.
Bantu came from you guys. Let me tell you something. Every African are mixed. But we the one who we built ships of Somalis. We went to India. We went to Europe. We interbreed. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning, we were known for what? Traders, you know, traders. I'm talking about 800 years ago. Somalia was in Somalia and Africa was the strongest empire.
I've never seen.
We went all the way to Nigeria, bro. We intermarried with the Hausa. You know the Hausa. Who created the Hausa? We went all the way there. Betty knows, bro. Betty knows. She knows. She was here earlier. She said our DNA is out. It's about 27% Somali and Kenyan. Why is Betty half Somali? 3/4. You heard her, bro, because she knows us Somali. Them days we came with our horses. Anybody on the way, Kenyans, Ugandans, Tanzanians, all the way to Nigeria, we were there. Listen, brother, I was in Africa, bro. Congo is massive. Nigeria is right around the corner, mate. Nigeria is there. I can go from Malawi. I can go anywhere. I've never been to Nigeria, but I've been to Congo, Tanzania, Uganda. I've been to Botswana. I've been to Ghana. You know how many countries I've been in Africa, bro? I've been to Ghana, but I've never been to Nigeria. Inshallah, I'm going to Nigeria. You know why? I have so much friends of mine. I grew up.
Why?
They're rich, my friend. They're very rich. They're rich, my friend. My friends are rich in London. These Nigerian Igbo. They're telling me, no. They're telling me, Asketi, come there and preach Pan-Africanism.
Hold on a second. The Somalis, if the Somalis go out into Nigeria and they start trying to wear big ice chain and grills and all of that.
Kill us, my friend. 100% they'll kill us.
And have diamonds and all that.
You know what? You guys are hungry, mate. You're hungry for. You're a real gangster. You're hungry.
They get kidnapped and buried, like, and they have their legs hanging out of the
like New York.
Because that's what
Nigeria,
they do.
Lagos is like New York.
Kidnapped out there. That's all they do.
One thing though, King Gold. One thing, a sketchy can never get violent anywhere in Africa. You know why? I've been in Kenya. I speak Swahili. You know Swahili? Kiswahili. It's one of the biggest languages in the whole of Africa. Even sometime, bro, I was there last year, innit? When I jumped on the plane from Heathrow, I go on and guess who I meet in the airport, bro? Mohammed Hijab, you know? And it was Ramadan, Ramadan last year. So, bro, you know that's petty. Me, I'm in a duty-free shop buying alcohol. And I'm thinking, let me buy my last bottle of Ciroc. I'm going on a 7-hour flight, Kenya Airways. I come out of the shop, I look straight. I see 2 kids, running. I see Mohammed Hijab, behind them. I look at him. I said, "What? I know you, bro."
Hold on a second. You're saying that you saw Mohammed Hijab.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me finish my story. Hear me. I told him, I know. I said, "Salam alaikum." I said, "Brother, I'm sorry, brother. Ramadan is make me dua for me."
Wait.
You just said, "I die on the plane. I die." He told me. He looked at my back. He see the bottle sticking out. He told me, "Fuck off, man." He told me, "Fuck off." He told me, "Fuck off." You know why? He looked at my back. He looked at me. In Ramadan, I'm buying alcohol. He thought I'm buying coffee or something.
Mohammed Hijab. Listen, bro, come on, man.
He's a real G. He's a real G, man. But when you see the bottle, I had like 4 bottles. My whole bag, the duty-free bags when you get on the plane. Yeah, I had like 4 bottles, mate.
I don't care about bottles. I'm trying to finish my story. Listen.
Me and you, we have the same mental health problem. We overspeak each other.
It's not. I sue each other. Listen, hold on a second.
Brother, I'm trying to make a story. But listen, Mohammed Hijab, he look at me like, what are you doing here, bro? He look at me, he see the bottle sticking out of the back. He just turned around. He went to Egyptian. He was going to Egypt, Egypt. I was going to Kenya. We were on the same, Terminal 3, Heathrow Airport. My Kenya Airways is there. He is airport. I'm thinking, nah. This is Ramadan. How the heck did I talk to this guy on Ramadan? I'm talking about, I'll rate you. I told him, I'll rate you. Big up what you do in the speaker's corner. These people you violate and keep violating. Wallahi, bro.
But what I'm saying is, people violating, Mohammed Hijab chasing kids. I don't know what you're talking about. You're making zero sense.
He's a dangerous guy, but this guy is a millionaire. But he acts like he's broke. When he walks around, he's wearing a 20 pound of tracksuit. But this guy is a multi-millionaire. I'm looking at him. This guy wearing Everest, Everest. Me, I'm thinking, let me look nice. I got my Dior sunglasses, my Dior trouser. I'm wearing, at least when I'm going to the airport, I got at least 2,000 pounds worth of clothes. When I look at Mohammed Hijab, a tracksuit from JD, it costs, Everest. I'm thinking, what, yeah? I'm a Muslim, but us Muslim, we don't talk when we look at each other. It's haram. But he's a clever guy, rich people, they're always wearing cheap clothes. Poor people like me, I'm not a poor brother, but I spend a lot of money on clothing. Every week I go to fucking buy the new shoes, whatever comes up.
Someone's in the back chat. Who's in the back chat? Someone's in the back chat, bro.
Kick them out, brother. Kick them out. Who is that? Let's check. Asketi, don't call me Asketi. Oh, somebody using my fucking name.
It says Getty Soma Clan.
Brother, I cannot see. Half of my screen is broken. Getty Som Clan.
Yeah.
You pussy. If I ever catch you on road, if I ever see you on road, you son of a...
Is he on you? Is that you? It's not you, is it?
Actually, it's these grooming gangs, man. This grooming Robertson gangs. No, Robertson grooming gangs. That's what I call them now. But the other day, I made brother, listen to me. I went to the studio last week. I made 3 tracks. One thing I don't do. I don't want to release songs where my children in the future might hear it and thinking, Father is dead today. This guy taking a piss out of white people. I might say this, I don't care.
Are you making
3 songs, bro? Music always, brother. Music always. Yeah, brother, my tongue is becoming, It changed now. Back in the days, Sketty was a full-on, get your free lines on your shirt. Man up and
What are you saying? Do you rap in English or is it Somali?
But today, up to today, nowadays, come on, brother, always English, but mixed with Swahili, you know. I joined, you know, my family back in home, bro. You know, not even that. Have you ever checked, brother? Have you got a computer right now? Check a company in Kenya called the biggest record label. It's called Black Market Records. When it started, bro, 2015, I invested like something like £30,000. I went to Kenya. That Black Market Record right now, check how much views they got. I own 25%. You know, investment is investment. You see, back in the days,
are you tuned in?
Remember cryptocurrency has started to become, you know, remember what I talk about? Drip network, drip. None of you guys listen to me. Cryptocurrency. I was collecting, but daily sometimes.
No way I can't communicate with this.
Go on Black Net. Anytime, brother, can you play a music from Black Market Record? Black Market Record is in Kenya. It's one of the best. Right now, we're trying to make it like the new Afrobeat, you know? Kenya music.
What's his name? Who's the latest rapper out now?
No. Go on YouTube. Black Market Record. Black Market Records. And you find a song, you hear, you know, Eagle, the Eagle, the African Eagle. That sound. It's the first beat, you know. It's that sound. We made a beat out of that sound. The Eagle in Africa. You know.
Did you go in Somalia? Did you go to school?
Somalia?
Did you go to school?
Oh, suck yourself, brother. Man grew up in Denmark, but what do you mean?
God, what happened? I listened.
My whole life, brother. No, brother. I'm not like you. I'm Danish.
No. I just asked you a nice question. Why?
But guess what? I'm not born in Somalia. My identity is Somali. That's it.
Oh.
Born in Denmark.
Did you go to school?
Raised in Britain. But brother, one thing I hate, brother, it's not a private channel. We got about 100 people watching us on the back.
I dropped out.
All of these people. I had enough, you know.
Yeah,
I dropped out. Brother. People are watching and recording.
You want to get upset about me asking if you went to school?
Brother, let's talk about personal stuff. Send me something in a private chat. Email us. I'll tell you private stuff. But around here, brother, these snitches, these white supremacy, they've been trying for the last 5 years to put Askeri down. But Askeri is still talking shit. You remember me, King Gold, yeah?
Yeah.
When I was in Rodney K channel, and the man was working Heathrow Airport, fixing planes, you know.
I don't know who Rodney K. What did you say, Rodney? What's his name?
Rodney. Remember, I'm talking about COVID-19 time.
Spell it. Askeri, spell it. It's Rodney.
Grove. No, I tell you, decay, Labrador Grove, my man. You see, yeah, well, you're a joker. That's Rodney K.
Why do
You've been gone for too long, family. You've been gone for too long, man. God bless you, man. You're back. Well, I thought you died of time.
You know, I'm just joking.
COVID-19, I haven't seen you since Rodney K time, you know? What time was that?
This weirdo keep leaving messages.
I really have to. I have to keep swinging on your tree up.
Oh no,
mashallah.
Up to you, scary.
Up to you. Listen, I wanna go to. Don't tell nobody. Family. The problem is my grandmother.
Don't tell nobody. Bro.
You live there. Village after village, you know. Endless walai. Every day when I drink, when I stop, I don't drink. Once every 2 weeks when I drink. I start thinking about my grandmother in village. You know, village. That blocks, walai. I don't even go check her, man.
That's funny.
I don't know. She's getting old, walai. But up to fuck village. You know what village? They're poor. You man kill my cousin. You man kill my cousin. You man, you from village too, you know. But you man, my cousin, two of my cousins are dead now.
One's in Deptford.
Up to fuck village. Yeah, man. You know, especially this Black Thief.
Fucking
on a life, my cousin, man. Fuck you, Black Thief. I'm from Thames side. I don't like Thames side.
Ain't got no hoes, man.
Well, no. Niggas from Black Thief. After I'm talking about 2000. I'm talking about 2007, 2006. How many? It was beef. It was the government.
Thameside's a new jail, yeah, but like it's a dangerous place.
No, I'm talking about when you were in high school, Benny.
I think
Bigger,
ISIS
when
is
you were in high
actually,
school.
you know what's magic? It's crazy, yeah, that the ISIS is
ISIS is a
actually a bit
bastard,
more
man.
dangerous for the youngers than it is in
But
places
everywhere,
like
brother.
Thameside
ISIS
or
is
whatever, because I don't know why the
in terms of
youngers
the
get
ISIS.
on
Belly,
this
don't talk
trying to
about
kill
it.
each other
Don't say
over
that. Call them ICE. No, don't say ISIS. It's UK language. Call them Daesh. Daesh. You know, Daesh. That's the name. Daesh, they're everywhere. The influence.
Yeah, that's in my panel. That's the best. That's the best saying that.
That's yourself. Did I say ice cream? Man said ice cream.
You gotta calm down. You gotta calm down.
Man don't like ice cream.
Yeah, you can't be speaking
Don't
about
say
no
ice cream.
prescribed groups.
Don't talk about Iraq and Syria, man.
Only if you're talking about how
fuck
you
this, man.
support.
Hey, brother, that's his wheelchair off the wheelchair. Be careful, man. That's who off the channel. Wheelchair. But be careful. We love you because you're one of us.
Remember, you're speaking on the
We will dash you down the hill in the near future if you carry talk like this.
So what?
Veli, you're 100% right, brother. This is Daesh, brother. Daesh is the biggest.
Bro, what did I just tell you, man? Bro, calm down, man. Forget about that. Talk about something else.
Before I switch up the name. Okay,
what happens here is that a lot of the dons here start speaking about. A lot of the dons start speaking about stuff that you're not actually supposed to. Bro.
Elon Musk.
Speak about stuff you're not supposed to speak about, and it ends up getting community notices.
I call him Elon Musk.
And all that shit.
That person is called Elon Musk.
Drop that.
Right now is Elon Musk. Let's call him Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk right now. They have a lot of influence on the planet right now. The same Elon Musk right now. They're using computer in Syria, connecting from the Skylink. Shut up, mate. From the Skylink satellite. How did they get the information when the drone is flying past? The Elon Group, innit? Elon Group. Let's be honest, bro. Since man took over, my man, his best friend, young Elon has got 200 and something billion. His Trump has got maybe 5.
At least we don't live in America anyway. That's what.
Hold on, bro. Let's be honest. Now he's like best friend. Brother, let's be honest. Have you ever seen anybody Oval Office? Yeah, coming in Oval Office with a fucking a t-shirt and a hat on? Only Elon Musk can stand there in the presidential office. You know why?
Elon Musk is giving Trump his youth to hold.
He is running the shit, fam. Man, running.
And take over the interview and that.
I scream. Elon, it's called Elon's Group, man. X. You know, X. Let's call it X. There's people in X. They're on the same network, fam. Elon, he took over Twitter for a reason. Let's make it decentralized. Like, DeFi, DeFi, cryptocurrency. Decentralized, no government control as before. You know what I'm saying, brother? Man got robbed by Drip Network, Man for Drip Network was decentralized. Until I took my money out, I left some money in there. It got smoked, fam. Man, see it go back to a penny. Imagine the coin was one coin. I used to get like 10 coin a day. It was like £200 a day. Man was collecting. Sometime Drip Network, Drip Network, decentralized.
What about
one thing? Let's go back, brother.
Nah, listen, there was a time where you
Elon Musk, crypto, brother. Let's go to crypto.
He was able to make some bread out of crypto.
Donald Trump, is he gonna help us with cryptocurrency, brother?
There was me and another 2 dons. There was me and another 2 dons in our
My XRP is still standing.
Joining other groups.
Big.
There was me.
I can't lie.
You man. Brother, can you man hear me speaking though? Why do you man keep doing that? You're speaking like I'm not there.
I'm gassed, man. I'm gassed up, man. XRP to the moon.
You're drunk. You're a dumbass.
God damn, you man are just over talking, man.
Brother, you on a wheelchair, brother. But I won't say that. Brother, go on the comment, dumbass. You on a wheelchair. What's the difference? You on a wheelchair, I'm dumbass.
Yo.
2 difference, man. You're a waste, man, bro.
Hell, you
go on the comment, dumbass.
Yo, listen, stop arguing. Anyway, yeah, the show's gonna be done in a bit still, man, because I gotta go and do something still. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, you know what, actually, forget about that. I'm glad you spoke over me, man. Fuck that, man.
After forget about that, cryptocurrency. Let's go talk about cryptocurrency. Donald Trump, is it going to help us go to the moon? So, Veli, do you believe Donald Trump is going to help the crypto community? Brother, nobody's broke, fam. I'm going to ask you something. I just checked my account right now. It's going minus. It's on red. Cryptocurrency is on red.
I ain't got shit.
My BNB is red. My Ethereum is on red. So I'm saying I'm waiting for the bull run. After Donald Trump getting into power, crypto community is going up. We invest a trillion inside. Right now, there's 2 trillion inside Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin has got $2 trillion inside itself.
Okay,
how many
shut up. Now you said it. Now shut up. XRP has been just now his case. The XRP case is gone anyway.
Fuck XRP, mate. It's gone. I don't rate XRP, man.
So what are you backing now? Tell us what you're buying now. What are you buying now?
But I got XTC. Right now, I went from, the other 2 weeks ago, Cardano went up. I put bare money inside. It went up like triple. I put right now, I'm doing Dogecoin since my man joined. Elon Musk is flying, but it goes down. I don't trust this one because the market cap is too much. Market cap. Right now, brother, give me a coin that's a million market cap.
He spoke up Cardano, and he never fulfilled any of the things that he said.
And it went up, though. It went down again, but I scared it sold it quickly, man.
So I
sold it quickly,
man, to go to.
I'm not losing no more. I'm selling when it goes to the top. I'm buying low. I'm selling.
Solana was like under $100, and I was like, "Yo,
I missed it, brother. It was £25, brother. I was there. ICO, 2018,
yeah,
brother. 2019, I was there. I was watching.
Solana platform coin.
Guess what I was buying? Bitcoin Cash. I was buying Bitcoin Cash for £20. Solana was like £12. Well, I was buying 2019. 2019.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That must.
When Solana was like £12, $12. Man forgot about Solana. I swear,
Litecoin was good.
Solana went to the moon.
He was buying Bitcoin Cash.
If I bought 17 Solana, man would at least bought a lorry and sent to Kenya. I fucked up. But guess who saved me though? Shiba Inu. That motherfucker. Shiba Inu.
Well, you buy meme coins.
No, I'm talking about back in them days, 20. COVID, I'm talking about COVID before COVID-19.
Yeah, no one is to get money.
Nobody's mama house for that money. I don't care. If I die today, my mother is rich and my children is
brother. You know how to hold a conversation? It's like let the man them start. You gotta let man reply as well, bro.
I don't
like to let the man them reply to you. Yeah,
he's going to meet his best friend. His
with meme coins, it's pumping up, and the way that people run with the pumping ups, is that
he's excited. He's going to meet Abdul.
Elam Goal. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, watch yourself.
People in the chat can hear me. Am I on mute?
Yeah, let me talk, man.
It's like, yo, man's speaking, and these men are just having their own conversation. Yo,
but the pirates are here. Why did you invite the pirates inside your building, man? Why did you buy Somali's pirates inside your place, man?
Have you had me? Have you got this guy?
Somali pirate. Let the pirates accommodate ships. That's what I'm doing.
Duppies.
This is your betting. This is your betting.
Pirates is taking over. We don't fear nobody but Allah.
About 2 duppies. This is the guy you're letting up on the panel.
How you mean, man?
Shut up.
Let me
what do you mean?
A man starts to lay out an answer to a question. Why don't you man start rapping?
Right, let me kick him out, Benny. Give me the fucking lead, man. Give me some powers, bro. I want to kick him.
Get out of here, man.
Hey, what's wrong with him today, though? What's wrong with him today? He's like drinking or smoking.
I beg you talk. Don't listen to this. Talk your thing, man.
All right, so let me ask a question. Where can you see crypto going? Like, what can you see? Are you just coming in to make money, or are you trying to see where it's going in the future?
High reward because it's decentralized. That's the high risk part. It's high reward because people jump in without doing hardly any research. So some dumb person will buy at the top or at the bottom. What I'm saying is like, some people will buy the top and sell the bottom constantly, innit? And just lose their money all the way. So you just have to take time, innit? I would advise if you are going to invest, make the crypto one of your smaller parts of your investments. So, and always only invest money that you can risk losing in it, that you actually don't need to use. not money that you need to pay your bills with.
So we're talking about like 10%, or if you can, like 10% of what you.
Like if you're investing 10% of your earnings, then you split up the percentage in it. So it's a percentage of the percent. Your 10% of what you're investing is split between your investments.
Yeah, but the most money, I've got my ear tapped to the whole space. The thing they're talking about the most is Ondo, XRP, and HBAR. And obviously they are talking about Solana now and then, but these, I think a lot of them are finance coins or things that are trying to get into their, it's a financial based.
When I used to do basically I only used to try and invest in any sort of coins when say I was scouting for new coins or whatever, not like dollar cost average or whatever. Yeah. Then I would try to invest in something that's got a use case for something in it, and then look into
yeah, but don't forget,
is it fulfilling a gap that needs to be fulfilled? Might be a long-term hold. If not, and it's just a hype thing, and you can get in early, it might be a one that you can invest in early and dash out when the hype starts coming in. Because it goes quick.
But the thing is, listen, the main thing is that there's people that have bought into it. They're trying to pump their own bags. So they're always going to be pushing their own coin. There's a different type of data that you can get, which is where the money people are putting their money into. So that's
watching wallets, isn't it? When you watch big wallets.
Right. So when you see
big wallets making transactions, you might follow a Wales wallet. If you get to find out someone that's always early on stuff, and then you get to find out their wallet details, you could find that you can see when they make a transaction of what they buy into, innit? But buying into everything, someone with much more funds than you that buys into is that they've got enough funds to buy fucking losers and hold winners.
Listen, how come Bitcoin flew? Obviously, it's a new kid on the block, and obviously anything innovative that's groundbreaking is going to
Bitcoin didn't just fly. It took years to get to that stage.
Well, it didn't.
And there's been rises and falls. So if really you're just in it to get bread or whatever, there's been a lot of times when you might have sold Bitcoin, innit?
Right. So at this stage,
especially the latest one.
Okay, so you feel like
got to 60 racks. This one got to nearly nearly 100 racks or something?
Yeah, it's 100, just under 100, or it's 100.
Yeah. See, so
because I'm hearing a lot of people talking about
high reward, isn't it? Because Bitcoin took a tumble, didn't go below its all-time lows, but it went below its all-time highs, isn't it? And then when it came back, it went way above its all-time highs.
What's your projections for Solana? What are they talking about the price? Because that fluctuates from about $40 to about $100 or $200. Or $230. What is it? What are they saying is going to end up like near to long term or near term like projection?
My prediction for Solana personally was always a $500 Solana, isn't it?
500. You think it's going to reach $500? So if Bitcoin bull run, if Bitcoin starts to fly, everything's going to follow it. So that's the only time.
It's basically if Solana was able to live up to the hype of being able to have fast transaction fees, fast transactions, low transaction fees, easy platforms for people to develop their other platforms on and all that sort of stuff. If they was able to do that, then and fulfill the different hype of any of the other bits and pieces that went along with Solana. So other people was able to build platforms on, you see, like Ethereum. People was able to build platforms on Ethereum that become stable platforms that people use all the time within crypto or within crypto's use cases. So if that takes off, like you see, like BNB, Binance was able to do a lot of transactions within the BNB and have use cases for BNB. If Solana has a use case within crypto that transfers into real world, you can send and receive Solana quite quickly in it, like instant, basically. So
I'm not trying to fudge your bags, but it's only a 2x. That's only a 2 because there's 2,4,500. I'm looking at like 5 to 10x. I don't know. I'm not trying to fudge the bags. I am saying I want at least 5 or 10.
A 2x is low within crypto terms, but a 2x isn't low within investing terms, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I guess so. It could be short term as well, isn't it?
And then if you're trying, that's what I'm trying to say. It's what you're looking for. If you're trying to go for rising stars and all that, then boy, obviously Solana's already risen as a rising star.
But Biggs, are you hearing about this imminent?
It's not made it.
Are you hearing about this imminent pump though to the crypto space about like investment of trillions? And obviously what's that law space? I forgot their name now.
What it is, yeah, it's just when fucking lunatics like fucking Elon Musk, Trump, fuck crypto by fucking really truly it's Donald Trump as well, selling fucking meme coins, pump and dumps and all that sort of shit there.
Yeah, but you know what is going to like really encourage adoption from the main tender, which is obviously a monetary system, is going to be development within the ecosystem. So once development comes out, people are going to have way more use of their currency if it's in digital form than whether they just got paper. Do the maths. You've got paper. What can you do with paper? Sniff coke out of it. You know what I mean? And measure things. I mean, you're going to have currency that you've got multiple different use cases with by having it as your tender. You know what I mean? So people are definitely going to go over to crypto if they have some sort of foundation within these level ones, like Ethereum, like XRP, Bitcoin is never going to have anything built within it because there's better technology.
Like a layer 2 platform in it, like so Solana's like a layer 2 platform. So
yeah, there's better technology than Bitcoin. That's why that isn't. It's still
people try to do NFTs and try to use Bitcoin as a platform and all that, yeah. And maybe it's just some people are trying to use it as a store of value. So hold on to whatever,
Right. But I think it's just so expensive.
It's true. I don't think crypto is going to have the whole world using crypto in it, but it could have real world adoption in it because the next generation of people in it.
Right.
Funny fast money transfers, instant transfer in it. Like I could literally send you 10 grand in 2 minutes, not even that. Just have your wallet address, and I'll send you the correct amount of Solana. That's 10 grand's worth, and there's literally there as I send it.
Yeah, so stable coins though will be
that's what XRP's trying to get into, it, like payment processing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The stable coins is where you're going to find
legacy payment processing will do whatever they can to fight that off, obviously, because they've got their middleman fees, what they're taking. And then if they're going to have their fees taken out by these men that are just doing transfers where they're paying, where there's no middleman fees and it's unregulated, sooner or later someone's going to lose a big lump of dough with no insurance behind it and so on. So, and then it's going to change in it because it has to be regulated or whatever.
Regulated,
you know what I mean?
Well,
that's mad, that people that are calling for unregulation, once they get hit up with something that goes wrong, they're gonna want some sort of regulation or insurance. It's much still.
In it, and that's where we're lost. There's like a grey area, and people want security, and there's too many thieves out there. There's too many scammers. It's too many fucking scammers, bro. Part of this. And that's just something that they're always going to be more on point to try and get your money there, other people's money, than you are going to be aware and secure enough to secure it. If that makes sense. Like I think in that way,
oh, am I going to watch every single transaction? And unfortunately, I don't know if people are to that degree. So I think that's why people feel safe with what they already know. It's quite easy when you get paid into your bank. There's no real, you feel like it's relatively, transparent, like the transactions that you're making, and with crypto, it's literally not meant to be transparent. So if you don't mind having your money in a situation where it's maybe not insured by the banks, because if we're not insured by the bank,
it's a double-edged sword as well, because if someone has your wallet details, they can basically see. This is why you have to have a private wallet or whatever, and people try to use the privacy coins and all them sort of stuff there, because you can't see certain bits and pieces. Was that I can see exactly if I put my wallet address up, everyone can go on, type into that wallet and see exactly what I'm holding.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That.
In it.
So that's how people was tracking Wales purchases and trying to see if they can catch on the back of any new rising star coins. And so and so.
Yeah, man, do that. That's a Nigerian. Them Nigerians would have been all over that. Fucking hell. And the Asians. Yeah. They're cleaning.
Listen,
yeah.
Gold.
Yeah, you got that.
Last way. Let me see if anyone wants to jump on the panel with gold for a bit. Let me see.
What's the topic? I think the topic's more of the encouraging thing as opposed to it being
the incel thing, man. It's like mad still that.
The incel thing about guns and shit. Yeah, guns in the UK as well. That's even more, that's crazy.
It's crazy. Hey, do you know what? Someone sent me a flipping message about as well, yeah? That, I don't know if her name's Lily Phillips or something.
Yeah.
But she apparently done a flipping gangbang in an old people's home to a bumper clock. Like, what the fuck? With the old man in that.
Oh, what? Not Lily Allen?
No.
Oh, Lily Phillips. I don't know who that is.
Music star.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Who's the other famous what other famous person, Lily? What does she do? What is she in this space or what? No, I don't know her.
Oh, that's wild. All right, let me show you a picture of what I'm talking about.
But when I look at how long it's been, man, like when I used to look at Lily Allen's face, it used to look long. Now I see her on
Facebook post. Read the Facebook post on the screen.
Let me read it.
Read it. You read it.
If I could see it. Lily Phillips, not bad looking lady. Just slept with an 82-year-old man in a care home, and the videos are grim. Oh, you lucky old fucking sod. I get what? So he got okay. Well, yeah, man. It's not over until the nice young lady gives you a blowjob. I guess in his case.
Hey, calm down, man. What the fuck? You all right?
Well, I mean, look, he just got himself. What happened? Where? I mean, what is this now? But I mean, so why is that made news though?
The brother's holding onto a Zimmer frame, brother. You okay?
So what? I mean, is this what are we talking about? He's like he's been violated, like he's some guy that couldn't stop her from. What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's weird. It's mad.
How's that weird?
What
the fuck are you talking about?
You're weird.
But I mean, obviously he's a bit
old
different.
Enough to be his flipping.
So what? How the fuck can that make news? An older man getting his jollies off with a young woman who's probably money hungry. He was probably saving his pension. He probably pulled out a couple jibs, and she was like, "Hey, she's used to getting, getting aroused by that, seeing little cold hard cash." And he's pulled it out with a nice little fucking tuxedo on. Leave him alone. No, I'm joking. No, honestly, that was corny. But look, he looks like a malnourished Tyson Fury. So no, but you know what? What happened? He got his balls licked, and what is that? Hugh Hefner. Big him up. He's a G. Hey, listen, I'm fucking jealous. What's this news? How the fuck is this news? I can't believe that you found this on Facebook. I know you did. I know he did. Fucking, what's this? Thinking, what's this? What is this? Lily Phillips. Because I'm thinking, is she too young and is it like a childy
abuse thing. So she looks about 20 odd. She could potentially have her OnlyFans. You never know. She's quite a good looking girl. And this is where I got a question that would be good to talk about. Is it true that is it you find that the better looking the lady or the more classy she feels like she is, the more freaky she is. Some of them have, a bit more freaky. They're willing to be a bit more adventurous and kinky, and and it's generally down to usually because a girl's better looking or good looking, or but I don't know if this was just something I noticed. But yeah, I don't know what such a big thing.
Man, that post brought out the dark side in gold, cuz man.
No, he's just an older man. He's just an older man. Let him be. Let him be. He's. I bet he must have felt like he was in heaven, like it was his first time again.
Bro, what? I don't know why you're not just saying that. Obviously, it's mad that this is such a clout chaser that you're gonna be trying to, whether it's true or not, make these sorts of videos with someone in a flipping care home. Like, what extreme lengths are you gonna have to go to next to top what you just did? This is weird.
What? Who pulled this up as news? Because I don't think it's worthy even to make news. To be honest, that's happening. I reckon that's happening more often than not.
Yeah, because they're these OnlyFans people.
Okay.
Video all stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She's probably got OnlyFans. I probably got it right. My intuition speaks quite loud to me. So yeah, she looked like she's an OnlyFans girl. And the funny thing is that you'll be trying to link her, but you ain't showing as much money. You're probably gonna be hard to deal with. She'll fuck about with him for a couple months and air you until you build yourself up to being the person you're meant to be, young man in his peak, and then she'll come running back to you, and that's just the way it is. But she ain't gonna leave your ass.
You're damn man.
She ain't gonna leave his ass to be with you if he's got a bit of bread. He's an older man. Yeah, he can't dig it. Huh? Yeah. What was she dating him?
About this retired Don as like he could be competition for you in a competition for like, bro. If you are in competition with this Don for any girls or whatever, then like come on, man, we're in the wrong place, isn't it? What the hell's going on? That brother is like 10,000, and this means it's like wasn't even born. Her mum wasn't even born when he was. I'm saying that he's older than her nun. Talking about.
Biggs, if he was fucking pushing 90 years old, you got a young guy like that, pull up on you and say, hey, put on 50 Cent
it's just mad
magic stick. Put on 50 Cent magic stick.
This is how much, you see, like, this is the other side of the documentary Adolescence that they're talking about. This clout chasing so hard that you're going to do stuff that is like, yo, she's got parents, might even have siblings and all them sort of shits there. Like, you're going to do stuff that's just going to disgrace yourself and others just to be popular.
Yeah, he probably put on magic stick. They were mashed into magic stick. 50 Cent. I got the magic stick. Don't anyone to make me to come be a night.
You're so hungry, cuz you're just like trying to say about this old dude.
Hungry for what? Why?
In the care home. What do you mean hungry for what, bro? You're starving, cuz man. First of all, you would wife off off that girl still. You'd wife that off.
You're not hungry. We're never hungry, man. I eat well. I always made money. Yeah, I make dough. I make my little bit of cash and smash.
Making money don't mean nothing, cuz man.
Swallows and swallows.
The balloon shows will tell you that, cuz you could be a billionaire or a dick.
The Skrilla. Yeah, big. But look, honestly, on my honest opinion, good on him. If she's coherent, she's you know, he's not taking advantage of her. There's a lot of these OnlyFans pages, and this is what we're gonna see. And like I said, if you're gonna say, look, 40 quid, darling, we go down to a nice little place and get an Italian restaurant, she's gonna put you off. If he's got a nice little fucking Motability car and he's saved up a couple grand, and he's going to say, darling, let's fucking...
Is that why you're
let me buy you a fucking handbag. Let me buy you a handbag. No, hold on. Huh?
The mobility thing is...
Yeah, she's going to pick him over you. I'm telling you. She ain't going to want it because you'll be the commanding officer.
I'm not one of the choices in there. Actually, you guys are out there still in there.
No, I don't fuck with girl like that. I don't fuck with girl like
that. I'm not one of the choices.
You're not an option. You're not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
not one of the choices that can be picked. So, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not an option. No, I don't fuck with girl like that. You know, call them gold diggers.
She's just been trying to fluff it up so you can make sure that, yo, if you do ever but my girl, then, you know, you might have a chance still.
What, with this girl here? Yeah, maybe.
There's like 10 million different beings out there. Even, brother, someone with morals is better than someone with just no standards. Like.
Oi, Jigaboo,
I don't think that's true, really. I think it's horses for courses. There's people that are perfect match.
Sure.
They're perfect match. There's certain men out there that go on like they're pure pimping chicks here, but they're dealing with bare hoes. Do you get me? Like the girls that they're dealing with, they don't care if them girls are getting rinsed out by a bare next man. They're like, I don't care. She's not my girl anyway. Plus, I got my other thing on the side and rare tear. But really, you ain't got a wifey. You ain't got a proper woman. You're just dealing with whatever's on the street, and you're making out like as if you're pimping, but that's not pimping. That's nothing to respect, in my opinion. That ain't nothing to rate, bruv. This is the thing, that this is the reason why hoes are coming out of the closet now and openly hoeing, because they're saying that there's men out there that will take me. There's men out there that will wife me. Like that's why they're coming out. Like, don't get me wrong, there's been hoes here since time immemorial. There's always been hoes, but why is it now the hoes are coming out the closet? Because men are saying we don't care. Like, I would prefer a hoe. Like, I would prefer a lease car than having to buy my own car. That's what man's saying, isn't it? Man's saying, I will take the car for a couple of years and trade it in for another one rather than have the same car for my whole life. That's what man's saying. And I can relate to that still. But the thing is, when you tell the woman that, when you send the signal that, look, this is just like, you know, a temporary arrangement, she's always going to be thinking of what they call it monkey branching, where she's sort of got her hand on you, but she's leaning out towards the next branch as well. Yeah. So it's what I'm saying is, cut a long story short, horses for courses, isn't it? That's all it is.
More than just an option.
It's horses for courses. It's horses for courses, mate. You know what it says in the Quran, yeah? The believing woman is for the believing man. That's what it says. If you believe in God, then you marry a woman that believes in God. Because God is the boss over both of you. He keeps you both in check. But in these freestyle relationships now, you meet a girl here, the relationship is whatever you and her contractually agree to. Like, it goes on a case-by-case situation. Do you get me? And not only that, there ain't no contract you're making with her that's permanent. Do you get me? It's like, you might say to her, look, you know, I don't really want to see anyone else. It's just me and you. But then 1 year later, you might actually meet someone else and think, you know what? Let me just keep this one on the side, not say anything. And she could be doing the same thing. Because there's nothing really keeping you from honouring the original contract, which is like monogamy.
Wait, are you married?
Look, let me just say one thing, yeah. You lot were talking about the red pill thing earlier and how red pill's contributing to incels.
Be making these men marry out here, boy, against their will.
Am I talking to myself or something?
Get enforced. Yeah, I'm hearing, we're listening, but I'm just saying. Go on.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm saying that with this red pill thing, yeah, people are saying that it's contributing to incels, yeah. I think it's to a certain degree it is, yeah, but you need to understand something about incels. Incels ain't happy with hoes. Incels would rather be on their own, right, than be with a hoe. If an incel could go to a hoe or to a prostitute, he won't be an incel no more because he's not involuntarily celibate.
Right.
He's still getting it, but he's paying for it. That's not that you can't call a man that goes to prostitutes celibate. That ain't celibate. Involuntary celibate is someone who's saying, "I don't want a hoe." Right? But he's still upset that when it comes to women, women don't rate him. He ain't rated. Like, that's what's upsetting him. And he's saying that these hoes don't rate me. But if the hoes rated him, trust me, he'll be on them. But he ain't getting ratings from them.
Listen. I can't. Listen. If someone like me, I'd rather be single than be with someone who I could walk down Bayswater or I could walk down Leicester Square or some high district place and someone knows her from here and say, "Oh, hi, yeah." And I'm walking with her, I'm like, "Wait, hold on. Why is he cuddling me?" That means that's the sort of thing I'm worried about. So I could be seen as an incel, but not all of them have to go to
No. What I'm saying is, let's say, for example, I'm a man that will go to a prostitute and you're a man who would never, ever go to a prostitute. You're more likely to end up an incel than me. Unfortunately, because the incel is the man who hates women because they don't rate him. And he blames that on them being hoes. He said, "Oh, you're a hoe. You can get dick on every corner. You're not going to settle for me, are you?" Right? So he ends up hating the women that don't choose him. But in his mind, he's like, "You should be choosing me. You should be, but you're not." So he hates them. Like, that's where the resentment comes in. Do you see what I'm saying to you? There's an element of resentment and hatred for women in general. Like, and he's just blaming it on the hoes, saying, "Yeah, the hoes are corrupting."
That's weird. That's just a weird
corrupting. But it's not weird. In a way, he's right. But it's just he's overly reacting. His reaction is over the top. His reaction is not what's the word? Measured to the actual situation. All right, you should be upset that women don't rate you. You should be upset and not turn to prostitutes. But like what the Red Pill movement is saying to you is level up, go to the gym. If you have to take some steroids, you have to, innit? But get in the gym, sort your life out, up your money, get yourself wealthy, and then when the women come begging round you, then you're in a position to tell them to go fuck themselves. But you won't be an incel no more. Do you understand? It won't be involuntarily.
Taking advice from them red pill dudes is no good. The only good advice that they give is going to the gym. The rest of their shit is just unrealistic, man. It's crazy. Yeah,
of course.
Like, come on, man. All the other advice. I just said you're going to be standing about. Listen, yeah. Every day, Andrew Tate is wearing some fucking. Who walks about in jeans and no top every day?
I don't know,
wearing a fucking sword about in their front room.
He's an idiot. He's an
talking
idiot.
About bench.
He's a dickhead. But the problem with Andrew Tate is he's saying all women are hoes. You should accept it. Even the good girls, he's saying, are undercover hoes, and that's wrong. What he's saying, that's 100% wrong. Because not all girls are hoes. Same way, not all men are hoes. But that's the image that he portrays because he surrounded himself with hoes, and he's actually a hoe himself. So he's saying that everyone in the world's hoes. Everyone's going to level up if they get the opportunity. That's not true. Some girls are loyal. There's loyal girls out there. Trust me. There's girls that will pay for your car payments. They'll pay for your phone. They'll look after you, bro. There's girls out there that will look after you. Trust me. There's like you can't say that they're just all women are hoes and they're looking to level up all the time. That's bullshit. That's
but Lily Phillips is not one of them girls that's going to look after you, bro.
True. I agree with you. There is that narrative. I've seen that narrative.
You don't know. There could be, but there could be a guy. Listen, even with hoes like that, yeah, there's one guy that gets through to their heart that there will always be soft for that guy.
See, like the Boris bikes. That's the Boris bike, cause that's everyone else. Everyone and anyone can just slap the card in, rent it out for a piece, go for a ride down whatever way they want to go for, and come back in it. Like, you don't want that as your girl, cousin.
No, definitely not.
Exactly.
Definitely not.
That's why. I honestly, I would stay away from women like that. Like I knew what type of women they were, the way they moved to you, the way they speak to you.
I used to feel sorry for them red pill dudes because like obviously these dudes ain't even getting no pom pom and shit. Yeah, it's like a bit mad and that. Yeah, like it's hard life out there, isn't it? Like so, I didn't feel sorry for the dudes in it. Like so, I was like listening to, but then they started just going mad in it. Like every 2 seconds, they want to go further and further mad.
But so, red pill ain't for guys who can't get gal.
Good thing. But the men them started saying never.
But them women are getting the most fun though.
The man them got to move to Asia and shit.
them women are making the most. Well, listen, them girls that are, pigs and guys, women like that are heartless, that are all about material and having options and being able to go here, there, and cutting man off. Even though she's got kids, she's gonna divorce him and she's gonna go elsewhere with another prospect.
But that's her prerogative.
Yeah, but
keep it moving, innit? If that's what you are, just keep it moving.
But she's taking your son with her though.
What can you do?
Yeah, but is that right or wrong?
Nothing you could do about it. It's no point.
Yeah, but that's wrong, bro. That is
nothing you can do.
That is like 2025 top liberal feminist toxicity.
All you can do is tell you, listen. You know where I am. When you're old enough,
I'm being honest.
Come check me, innit? Come check me. You know where I am.
What are you gonna do?
What can you do?
That means you got trapped, my brother. That means you were too desperate.
Listen, ain't about getting trapped. There's good girls that turn bad as well. A girl, you can meet a good girl and she's with you and she's good, and then she'll just turn bad, and you just got to keep it moving. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Keep it moving, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, them girls, they get a lot. Listen, they're very business savvy because the people.
Listen.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what I'm saying is this: it's the woman's prerogative, innit? Whatever way she wants to play it, you got to counter it. You got to not. It does say this is to walk away. That's the only thing you've got.
Or was it me?
Yeah, it cut out a bit, big.
I'm saying the only power you got is to walk away. That's what you can do. You can't beat them up. You can't threaten them. You can't, like in the old days, like man used to arms up his gal and show her, listen, I'm a bad man, You can't do that no more. Even that footballer, what's his name, tried to chief up his gal. She recorded it. No, the young you, the Man United you.
Oh yeah,
he tried to chief up the girl. Look what happened to him. You can't even make coercive or threatening statements these days towards your own girl. You get me? You can't. That's how bad it's got now. That's how bad it's gone. Yeah, but that's the reality.
Gonna get clipped because you know why? You was outraged that you can't even knock up your bins no more.
Not me. Don't say you lot. I think. Listen, I don't like that.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter, bro. I don't listen. I'll never force anyone to do anything they don't want to do, bro. That's not the way. The way is let them learn their lesson the hard way, and then if they've got any integrity, they might even come back to you and apologize and say, "Do you know what? I was wrong," But that will very rarely happen. Women don't usually apologize.
Innit?
You can't smash the hell out of it. You can't move like fucking punching Judy no more and just box her up with a rolling pin.
Bro, growing up, I used to see the man them have to threaten their girls and show them, listen, I'm a bad man. You know what I would do if I ever catch you cheating? Oh my God. I've heard women do that. There's women that will tell their men, listen, if I ever catch you cheating, just know, that you better sleep with one eye open. That is the end for you. Like there's people that love can do that to someone, innit? Love can make someone.
The mishwet gets good use in your yard, yeah?
So I'm sitting, well, not in my yard.
You come from wet I'm
the kind of person that, when someone breaks up with you and you're like, yes, get the fucking Xbox out. Get the fucking Xbox out, mate. I'm like that, bro. I'm like, you break up with me. Oh, I've got 2-3 weeks of beer relaxing now. Until you come begging back.
Hold on a second. Listen. You listen. Fucking man are getting sectioned off because their girl's leaving them for someone else. Like these kind of weak ass men in society. And it's no offense.
I don't think there's weak men.
Hold on a second.
What women don't realize is men will always win. You want to be a hoe? There's someone that will pimp you. You want to be a wifey? There's a man that will wife you. Like, it's horses for courses, bruv. Like the women these days are free to find whatever kind of man they want. They can find a man that's just up for just a sex thing, just a Lincoln and a hookup thing. They can find a man that's gonna like be 100% with them. It's that the women have got it good these days, bro. They got it good. They got it good. You know, but the problem with women is they want to have their cake and eat it. They want to have the hubby at home, but yeah, when they're at work, they're flirting with John and Mike. That's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. That's the problem. You know, and you might say, oh, what's the problem with harmless flirting? You can say, all right, fair enough, there's nothing wrong with a bit of harmless flirting. But when it comes to the Christmas party now, and the boss is handing out free shots of tequila, everyone knows. Now, I worked in big offices in it up West End. I was security guard in one of the biggest advertising firms in the country. Trust me, Christmas party, married couples, people who are married, you know they're married, their husbands and their wives come and pick them up from work. But they're getting down at the Christmas party. The woman's thinking, you know what, I've been waiting 1 whole year to fuck this guy. She's just that. But them things are happening, bro. Don't get me wrong. Like, people wake up the next day like nothing happened.
Went to a Christmas party?
Christmas party? Yeah, I've been to Christmas party.
No, when was the last time you went to the Christmas party?
When was the last time? It's a while ago. But the Christmas parties we used to have, fucking ice sculptures. You know how ice sculptures are there, innit? Like where it's like a shape of an animal and it's got like, they put the alcohol in the mouth and it goes through the body and comes out the arsehole and there's someone standing there with the shot glasses filling them up. Mad things, bro. What was that company, TGI Fridays or whatever? They just hired them. They were just like, do you know what? Just come down and you just do everything, innit? These lot just done the whole party. It was mad. We had everything at that party, boy. Roulette table, everything, man. It was sick. Coming out of Las Vegas. I love them office parties.
Hey, seriously, I know there's a lot going down on them office parties.
Trust me, bro.
To a swingers office party,
especially them fashion ones.
The thing is that it weren't even the workers, it was the managers. It was the managers, bro. It weren't even the workers.
Swingers party.
It was the managers, bro. That's the mad thing about it.
Right.
Yeah, they used to have mad parties. You know, did you ever hear about that Indian guy that died from alcohol poisoning? They went out on an office stew, and the boss was just getting the shots in, and he ended up dying of alcohol poisoning. Some Indian boy. That was because obviously you weren't used to drinking. Do you know what I mean? He must have thought, yeah, if they can do it, I can do it. Got a little bit drunk, and then once his inhibitions was out the window, just started knocking back the shots. It's mad.
Whose ancestor do you think this is?
Ring ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. Who is this?
Are you drunk? Read the screen. Read it. What does it say?
Why's he got a dick out coming out of his head?
Read the screen and see what it says. What does it say? Read it.
I don't know, bruv. Read it. Go on.
Read the fucking caption, man.
I got fucking. I'm not looking at the screen, bruv. Wait, can't you watch it?
It says a bizarre 19th century woman with a 9-inch male penis growing out of her forehead is now on display at the Motta Museum in Philadelphia. Looks like a white woman.
Mad. Whose ancestor do you think that is? The biggest dickhead on YouTube.
That's a straight dickhead.
Oh, man. That's mad still. Yeah, man, that's strange still. I don't know why you want to keep singing Ring Ding Dong, cuz.
No, but that's
what do you think of this then?
That's some rhetoric. That's like some racist rhetoric right there. That's some right-wing link propaganda.
Winston Churchill was a despised dictator for cancelling wartime elections, insists Elon Musk.
Ring a ding dong. Naka.
I know, are you drunk? You been drunk today, or I don't know what. You high? Right. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
is my mic working or something?
Yeah,
Because
that's
I keep saying stuff, and the man them are just like wherever, and just whatever. Say,
yeah, I've had a bit of wine. I've had a little bit of wine.
A bit of wine, fucking hell.
Yeah, but hey, what do you reckon? Hey, what's this about Elon Musk and them losing billions of pounds and his shit going under or potentially on the brink of collapse? What's that all about? Have you heard of that?
Do British people call Winston Churchill a dictator because he didn't hold wartime elections? No, they don't. They call him a war hero.
It's called martial law, right? We don't need elections during martial law.
So they call him a war hero. For winning World War II. Well, that's what the man them say. Right now, Justice is saying Churchill wasn't well liked, really. Got us and everyone into World War II. It's all the system we have today. Get the fuck out of there, man. No, none of you cunts were saying that. Or none of your ancestors were saying that at the time. Because as the story goes within history, the man them celebrate Churchill. So it's maybe another one of alternative facts. That's where these men started with that was in the first Trump administration. Alternative facts. Yeah.
What about the alternative fact?
Alternative facts. No, I'm just saying that as history goes. Alternative facts is what one of the original Trump administration used anytime they wanted to tell lies. They said, well, could be alternative facts. It's not just there's facts only, and that's it.
Well, Belly Man's making up his own category now. A new category of facts.
Yeah, obviously, no one's 100% liked, man. Come on, behave yourself, man. I'm saying it's consensus that the majority was saying that my man's a wartime hero, right? So, one sec. It's cool. I mean, let them know that I can see them. Hey, boy, we can't see you now. Yo, man, hey, listen, I'm gonna flick out of my dinner, man, because I ain't gonna do a show tomorrow as well, man. I'm kind of busy, so if I can, I might do a quick drop in on the way back, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean the energy kind of got drained a little bit midway through. That was a bit of a, I don't know, turned a bit to a shit show, but it was all right. I think we covered some quite interesting points there, you know. But yeah, all right then, bro. Man, thank you. Thank you for the stream, mate. Thank you for the stream, Geezer.
Hey, yeah, say less, man.
Yeah, man.
Still, but let me play this before we go. Interview about adolescence and why we should monitor our children's use of the internet. Yo, even if they're young adults still, man, have a little look on what they're doing, man. Yeah.
So when they finish watching the show, they're going to burst into their kids' room and be asking them, what's going on?
And how are you?
Yeah, and give them a hug.
Are you all right?
And that's all we were trying to do. We're not pointing the finger at anyone. We're saying, can we just have a look at this as a society? The idea came, I was reading the paper and there was an article about a young boy who'd stabbed a young girl to death. And then a couple of months later, I was watching the news and there was a piece on there about a young boy who'd stabbed a young girl to death. And these were at opposite ends of the country. And if I'm honest with you, do you know what I mean? It hurt my heart. Being a father myself, I was like, I just thought, what's happening with our young men today in society that this is becoming a regular occurrence. And then it was that kind of really wanted to look at it. You know that beautiful saying, it takes a village to raise a child?
Yes.
Well, it's that kind of what we thought we'd look at is maybe we're all accountable to some extent. Do you know what I mean? Parenting, we can look at the way we parent. The school, the education system, we can look at the way they influence young people today and you know, giving them the education and the knowledge of how to behave and how to conduct yourself. Then you've got the government who are responsible to an extent, you know what I mean? And society and the community as a whole. And on top of that, when we were kids, when we were in our room, there wasn't much we could do, really. Draw a picture, read a book, maybe play Subbuteo.
We could wait to get out, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. But today, when they're in their room with the, you know, with social media, with the internet, you don't know.
Yeah, they're going into loads of different worlds, you know, via the internet,
of course.
And like, you know, we're trying to say, I guess we're not trying to say, but you see in this show that human connection is being lost. You know, every parent's going to watch this show. When they finish watching this show, they're going to burst into their kids' room and be asking them, what's going on?
And give
How
them a
are
hug.
you? Yeah, and give them a hug.
Are you all right?
And that's all we were trying to do. We're not pointing the finger at anyone. We're saying, can we just have a look at this as a society?
That's what's really clever and really kind about it.
Yeah.
You're not pointing the finger at anyone.
No. Every parent's going to watch.
Toward his back foot. It's getting full extension, full range. There you go. Not bad, Esau. Stop. Not bad for a sissy.